And as you mentioned, you're getting ready to play that best football of the year against Albia. You look at, the last couple of weeks, you guys have really started to, it feels like, turn that corner, and you haven't necessarily let one mistake compound into two mistakes and things of that nature as well. As a team going into this game, how encouraging is that to really start to see that corner turn as you get ready for, the last game of the regular season here, to feel like you are at the point where you can play that best football?
Yeah, I think offensively, I think we're all feeling it. I think we're all seeing it. We're really starting to click offensively. If you look at the last few games, we're running the ball well. We averaged 6.8 yards a rush last week against South Tama. That's pretty good. And Brecken went 11 of 14 throwing the football. I mean, that's really sharp. So I think that's just some evidence of what we're seeing on the field, that we're starting to click offensively. Defensively, we've been waiting for it. We've been working for it. We just haven't had that breakthrough moment yet defensively. And I guess I'm hoping, I'm praying. We've been working for that tonight. We were playing a lot of young guys. We were playing a lot of sophomores on defense, and they're really coming on. We missed Anton Boonder last week because of sickness, and we missed Brecken Richard last week on defense because of a shoulder problem. We have both those guys back. And so I'm hopeful those two plus the guys that have been working, all this time, we can put together the defensive performance that we've all been looking for all year.
And you talk about just that effort and the things that are going right here. And you mentioned South Tama. You saw the corner turn and things really starting to click as well. When you look across the ball with Albia and looking on paper, at least, they look like a team that, they lost their quarterback, I know, at some point in the season. Still feels like they're kind of working their way through that a little bit, and it feels like they just have a little bit of a multiple identity. They run two quarterbacks. They also catch
a few good things. Are you lining up right? Are you getting off on the ball? Are you running to the ball? Are you tackling when you get there? Are you keeping leverage in the passing game? Are you keeping leverage in the run game? We lost leverage a couple times against South Tama last week that allowed some third down conversions that were very frustrating to all of us, that kept our defense on the field, kept our offense off the field. So those are all things that I don't care what Albia necessarily, I do, but at one level, where they come out in a tight, heavy run personnel formation, or if they come out in a spread look, we've got to do those five things. We've got to line up right. We've got to get up the ball. We've got to pursue. We've got to keep leverage. We got to tackle. And so we've been working on that. And I'm really proud of our kids because, when you're 1-7 or 1-6 and you're fighting, it's easy to get discouraged. But our kids have not done that. Our kids have continued to come back and fight. So I'm excited. I think we are poised to play our best football of the year. I think you've seen some of the improvements we've made in the special teams. We cracked 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns against Davis County. We brought a couple back last week to the 50, so our return game is good. I've been, exhorting Landon Nunnikoven, let's bring a punt return back for touchdown tonight, because we're due. Our kickoff coverage is better, way better than it was. We're making all our extra points. So I think, we're poised in every phase for that breakout performance.
And I would agree with that. Again, we're talking to head coach of the Pella Christian football team, Rich Kakmarinsky, here on Eagles pregame ahead of the matchup with Albia tonight. You mentioned the offense there. They've started to click, and they've started to do things really well. Albia, a team that, again, on paper, I haven't had the chance to see it with my own two eyes, but on paper, seems like they're a little bit prone to giving up points when it comes to playing some of these teams that have offenses that are clicking and are rolling. What are some of the ways that you guys have seen that you could attack them and really, take advantage of the balance of your offense?
Well, obviously we need to win. We have this conversation every week. We need to win. We need to win on the line of scrimmage, which I think we can. Our O-line keeps coming around. Like I said, we averaged 6.8 yards a rush last week, which was really encouraging to me. So obviously we need to keep running the ball well. When you can run the ball well, that keeps their defense honest that way. You can burn clock. We threw the ball well. Honestly, the big mistakes that we need to eliminate from last week is we turned the ball over twice. And so otherwise we scored on 4 of our 6 possessions. We turned the ball over 2 times. So their 2 possessions, we only had 6 possessions. So had we been able to go 6 for 6 last week, I think we obviously would have won the football game. But that's the type of level that we need to be at execution-wise. So to your point, I think it's really kind of a combination of blending those running and throwing game together to execute at the highest level.
And we talk about this matchup too. One thing that I know that we've talked about in the past as well is focusing on the things you guys can control. And going into a game like this, it can be hard because, as we know, this is a game for the number 4 spot in the district. It's win and you're into the postseason, you know. And with a matchup like that, sometimes it can be hard to, you know, stay calm or, you know, stay poised in matchups like that as well when you know that there's a lot riding on this. How have you guys, as a coaching staff and as a team, kind of talked through that to make sure that, you know, the moment doesn't outweigh what's controllable for your team?
You know, I'm not terribly concerned about that. You know, the gauntlet that we've run through, I think as, you know, there's no TV show on History Channel, you know, Forged in Fire, you know. And I feel like, you know, we have kind of gone through the fire. We've played 5 ranked opponents. We've traveled halfway across the state of Iowa to go to Trainer. You know, we've played in the heat. We've played in the wind. So I feel like we've just been battle hardened. I feel like we've been battle tested. So, yes, I mean, obviously you have those butterflies before every game, and this may be a little extra. And it's our seniors' last home game. But again, I really feel good about our preparation, and again, I think our character has been forged in the fire, and I think we're ready for this moment.
I believe you're ready too, Coach. Appreciate the time. Looking forward to talking with you after the game, and looking forward to a fun night of football ahead.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That was Rich Kekmerinsky, head coach of the Pella Christian football team here on Eagles pregame. Back after this on the KRLS2 stream and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Who's always open? Anytime Fitness. For the last 16 years, Anytime Fitness has been open 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Our award-winning gym allows you to work out on your schedule. With state-of-the-art equipment, expert trainers, a welcoming community, and the convenience of around-the-clock access, you're sure to find a fitness home with us. It's your fitness, done your way, at Anytime Fitness in Pella.
Mama and Dad are going to love this. Pingle's Home Store has appliances now. Refrigerators, washers, dryers, everything for our house. And Pingle's still has the best stuff for kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms, and bedrooms, too. New appliances and the same great service. Awesome!
Now at Pingle's Home Store, top brand appliances, refrigerators, washers, dryers, and more. Pingle's Home Store is now your appliance headquarters, too.
This is Craig with Pella Motors, and now's the time to upgrade and save big. Get up to $12,500 off a 2025 Grand Cherokee L Limited, $10,500 off a 25 Silverado 1500 ZR2, or $9,500 off a 2025 Suburban, or $17,200 off a Ram 2500 Laramie. Plus, you can get 110% of Kelly Blue Book Fair Trade value for your trade-in. Visit us at PellaMotors.com today.
When storms strike or shingles fail, trust Central Iowa Roofing, a certified Owens Corning preferred contractor, to protect what matters most to deliver quality craftsmanship, reliable service, and durable results. Every time. Whether it's repairs, replacements, or new construction, Central Iowa Roofing is your local roofing expert. Call Central Iowa Roofing today or visit centraliowaroofinginc.com. Central Iowa Roofing, specializing in happy customers.
If you've been holding out on starting the search for your next home, your patience might have just paid off. Hi, this is Aaron Stoltz with Pella Real Estate Services, and right now is a great time to buy. We're seeing increased inventory in all price ranges, and interest rates are becoming more favorable. Schedule a buyer consultation so that we can start looking for your next home by calling 628-1BUY and visiting with me or any member of our team at Pella Real Estate Services.
If you're like a lot of local businesses, you know it's important to have a presence on social media, but you don't have time to put any real thought into it or actually post regularly. At KNIA KRLS, we offer social media management through our Iowa Digital Connect division. You'll have a dedicated strategist who will come up with content ideas based on your goals and objectives and then make the posts for you on a consistent basis. If you have a sales representative that you already work with, just ask them about our social media management options or reach out to us online at iowadigitalconnect.com.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game.
Adam Kekmerinsky in the open space. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. How about a Randall Roofing Raise the Roof moment of the game for your first career varsity touchdown, Mr. Adam Kekmerinsky.
Randy Jarzombek here, owner of Randall Roofing. Randall Roofing is your full-service roofing and gutter contractor specializing in replacements, new construction, and repairs in South Central Iowa. We partner with CertainTeed to elevate your home's protection using industry-leading technologies.
Win winter with the Toro Power Clear Single Stage Snowblower that is loaded with power in a compact size. They are easily maneuverable and clear snow down to the pavement. Get your power clear at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment in Pella. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
Weather any storm with the Toro Flex Force electric snowblower that has the most powerful 60-volt battery in its class. Plus, you get the same rugged construction as Toro's gas-powered models. Get your Flex Force snowblower at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
Welcome back here on the Pella Christian YouTube channel and the KRLS2 stream, Pella Christian High School football, as the Eagles get ready to take on the Blue Demons of Albia in a winner-take-all game tonight. Hearing from Coach Kekmerinsky, he talked about getting that line of scrimmage. He said we talk about it every week, but it's such a vital key to this. Last week on the offensive side of the ball, the Eagles were able to control that line of scrimmage. Unfortunately, on the defensive side of things, South Tama kind of controlled the line of scrimmage. Nate, as a coach, I'm sure that's frustrating when you're winning on one side of the ball in the trenches, not necessarily on the other side. What's kind of the thing you're looking for tonight from maybe the Eagles guys in the trenches to be able to win that battle on the line of scrimmage?
Well, usually football games are won with the simplest things, blocking and tackling. If you take one of those out of the equation, it's tough to win football games. And like I said before, there was a couple plays where maybe we missed 2 or 3 tackles down the field and turned a short gain into a first down in key situations. So tackling in the open field on the edges, look for those defensive ends to be able to set the edge and the outside backers as well.
Absolutely. And looking at our colors of the game presented by Michelle Gritter's Lux Photography. For Pella Christian, they're going to be in the home maroon uniforms with the gold pants and the gold helmets here this evening. And for Albia tonight, they'll be in the road white uniforms here this evening with white pants, white jerseys, blue numbers, and kind of a blue chrome helmet. It's kind of a cool helmet, I do have to admit. I did enjoy seeing the helmets there for the Blue Demons. But Pella Christian making their way out of the locker room here and ready to run onto the field with their maroon uniforms, gold pants, gold numbers, and gold helmets. Those are the colors of the game presented by Michelle Gritter's Lux Photography. Michelle Gritter's Lux Photography is where your story becomes a masterpiece. Looking at our starting lineups here presented by Pella Real Estate Services. We'll start with the Blue Demons of Albia. On the defensive line, they will have junior number 46, Fletcher Mick, junior number 60, Aiden Cagle. Nose guard is a junior number 72, Arlen Rowe. Defensive tackle, sophomore number 68, Alex Halstead. Linebackers tonight, junior number 1, Isaac Helm, junior number 11, Ty Pickrell, senior number 0, Eli Hilton. Cornerback, sophomore number 6, Bryson Reed, junior number 26, Bo Buckingham, and the safeties, junior number 8, Tavian LaRue, and senior number 10, Caden Henderson. On the offense, it'll be on the offensive line, they will have at any combination. They didn't list the specific positions except for the center. So your center is junior number 73, Houston Hindman. Then the other 4 offensive linemen are junior number 54, Kipton Lawrence, sophomore number 68, Alex Halstead, junior number 72, Arlen Rowe, and junior number 62, Kenneth Purdy. The receivers for Albia tonight, senior number 0, Eli Hilton, junior number 11, Ty Pickrell, junior number 27, Jag Lathrop. There we go. And then sophomore number 6, Bryson Reed. Running back, senior number 2, Parker Heeman, and junior number 1, Isaac Helm is the quarterback. For Pella Christian, your starters tonight, defensive line, junior number 59, Jet Kelderman. Sophomore number 71, Tyson Vanderlinden. Sophomore number 56, Alex Verplug is the nose guard. Defensive tackle, senior number 55, Toby Belzer. At the linebacker spots tonight, senior number 7, Garrett Wheeler. Sophomore number 30, Anton Bunder. And sophomore number 4, Adam Kakmarinsky. At the cornerback spots tonight, senior number 15, Ben Van Weingarten, and sophomore number 12, Kindon Croyd. And at the 2 safety spots, sophomore number 18, Hudson Ritzert, and sophomore number 3, Trey Steinkamp. On the offensive line, it'll be senior number 60, Blake Six, sophomore number 72, Louis Miniga, senior number 50, Hunter Vanderlinden, senior number 55, Toby Belzer, sophomore number 73, Maddox Heinen. We'll finish the starting lineups presented by Pella Real Estate Services when we come back from the pregame prayer and the national anthem.
If you're a snowbird, you should strongly consider having a new smart breaker installed before you head south for the winter. At CenterPoint Electric, we're here to help with any electrical project you have, big or small. We can install a smart breaker to monitor your furnace and make sure that if it stops working, you'll get a real-time alert right on your phone so you can act fast and prevent frozen water lines and all the damage that could follow. Check us out online at centerpoint-electric.com. We're wired for excellence.
The signals on the car go blink, 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 blink. The signals on the car go blink, blink, blink at Central Tire and Auto.
We all share the road, so if your turn signals are burned out, stop into Central Tire and Auto and get them fixed. For tires, front-end work, their no-appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the little things like new turn signals. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart and Pella. Everybody now.
At Central Tire and Auto.
Lighton State Bank invites you to the grand opening and ribbon cutting of their new Knoxville location at 209 South Lincoln Street on Wednesday, October 22nd. Building tours run from 3 to 7 p.m. with the official ribbon cutting at 5:15. Enjoy refreshments and hourly door prizes. Bring the family, meet our team, and see how Lighton State Bank can serve you.
At Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, nurses are the heart of exceptional care. With a supported team and a 4-to-1 nurse-to-patient ratio, you'll have time and resources to focus on what matters most, your patients. We're proud to offer flexible schedules, competitive benefits, and a workplace that values you both professionally and personally. If you're ready to make a difference in an environment where you're supported, consider joining our nursing team at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. Learn more and apply today at knoxvillehospital.org.
Thanks for holding tight for a couple moments there as we wrapped up the national anthem. And back to our starting lineups presented by Pella Real Estate Services. We'll go back to the Pella Christian offensive line here real quick. Blake Six, the senior number 60, is at the left tackle spot. Sophomore number 72, Louis Miniga at left guard. Senior number 50, Hunter Vanderlinden, your center tonight. Senior number 55, Toby Belzer is the right guard, and sophomore number 73, Maddox Heinen, is the right tackle. Tight end tonight is junior number 24, Evan Van Arendonk. The 3 receivers for the Eagles are a trio of seniors. Number 23, Caleb Volk. Number 5, Gilbert Flagel. And number 17, Riley Vincent. Your running back, senior number 21, Landon Nunakoven. Quarterback, senior number 11, Brecken Ritzert. Those are your starting lineups presented by Pella Real Estate Services. They're a full-service brokerage with a lineup that includes residential and commercial real estate acreages, property management, storage facilities, and short and long-term rental options. Call 6281-BUY for Pella Real Estate Services. We've got Justin McLaughlin, our intern, in the booth with us tonight. Tyler Crabb and Nate Van Dyke here with you for all of tonight's action between Pella Christian and Albia. And Justin, a senior night game as well. Not riding on this one for Pella Christian and Albia. A big-time opportunity as a pitcher. I know you know something about a little something about nerves going into a contest like this. What's the way you go into it and try to minimize the nerves in a contest like this one?
I mean, it's just realizing what, you've done the preparation, the work is done, you're ready for this game. You can control what you can control, and that's about it. You can't control what the other team does. You can't control, if the refs make a call or don't make a call or what they do. So controlling the controllables on your side of the ball is all you can do. And if you stick to that and you stay locked in mentally and physically, I think you'll be just fine, especially, you got the nerves going for this game, and both these teams realize just exactly how important it is to win this game and come away with the victory.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. So the coin toss won by Pella Christian. They deferred. That will mean that Albia is going to receive this ball. Albia will go from left to right on your radio dial, while the Eagles will go from right to left, obviously. And we're going to be set to play some football. It'll be Dallas Ford and the Eagles kickoff unit providing tonight's opening kick, presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella. As we get ready for a great game of football, Nate, as we mentioned it with Justin here just a moment ago, a big game. Obviously going to be a lot of excitement with that, maybe a little bit of nerves too. You don't want to, come out too emotional.
Those nerves a little bit. That's kind of natural, though. If you don't have a little bit of that, you can use it as your advantage, or you can use it to kind of tear you down a little bit. So just kind of understand it, and that's a natural thing. You got a little fight or flight response a little bit there, and just look at it as an opportunity. How many times do you have the opportunity to play a game with playoff implications this late in the season?
Yeah, it's going to be very fun. So both teams getting ready to send their kickoff units onto the field. We are almost set for Pella Christian High School football here, as you're listening to Pella Christian football, powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM KRLS, Knoxville, Pella Newton, and KRLS HD2, Knoxville, Pella Newton. Everyone has a goal, an inspiration, a reason for being, whatever that is for you. Bank Iowa says,
let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen here. We are all set. Your opening kick, presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. Dallas Ford lining it up on the tee at the 40 on the right hash.
Hilton and Pickerel back to receive for the Albia Blue Demons.
And looks like you got Pickerel, the furthest man back. A couple of up backs ahead of him.
Okay.
Looks like you got number 5, Jax Wilson, maybe back there as well. Maybe that's Bryson Reed. That might be 6.
Yeah, those numbers are those.
They say they both the 5 and 6.
A lot of their starters have the single digits. They're skilled positions.
Absolutely right. So Dallas Ford set to kick this ball away for Pella Christian. Nice boot there by Ford. It'll be caught by Pickerel at the 5. Pickerel looking for a lane, cuts it back, dives forward to the 21-yard line. So that'll be where the Albia offense takes over here. That's your opening kick, presented by Dutch Mill Supply and Pella, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier.
Great coverage there by the Eagles, going down, keeping guys staying in their lanes. No running lanes for the return team.
So it'll be 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Albia to start off, as Helm in the backfield with Heeman. They're going to send number 27, Jag Lathrop, in motion, and false start against the Blue Demons, and that is exactly the kind of start you need if you're the Eagles, as some self-inflicted wounds have hurt in previous weeks, and now they are hurting Albia as it goes to 1st and 15 at the 16-yard line with 11:53 winding down off of the game clock.
Yeah, it looks like Helm at quarterback for Albia. He was not the original starter to start the season.
Yeah,
Maybe
Gage Chance going down with an injury opened the door for Helm to get an opportunity here at the quarterback spot. They'll have the handoff to Heeman up the middle. Bounced off of a couple of guys getting close to the original line of scrimmage and a little bit past it. He gets up to what they rule the 22.5-yard line. So it'll be a gain of... They're going to give him 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Heeman, not a big back, just listed at 5'6".
Yeah. So
5'6", 180.
More important this week for the Eagles to get low.
Right.
Because there's not a very high target to get Heeman here, and especially coming through the offensive line there. But 2nd and long here for Albia, and they're going to come out in an empty set. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Helm going to send Heeman in motion. It's going to be Helm keeping it to the left side. He's looking for a hole, and he's going to be upended by Ritzert over there on the far sideline, but not before he gains 10 yards and picks up a Albia first down with 10:43 to go in the first quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 Albia here in a scoreless ball game at the 33-yard line.
Looked like a double leg takedown out there by Ritzert. He was a state qualifier last year for the
Pella Boys Wrestling
Right.
Squad. Showing a little bit of it there, but
The runner was untouched for about 10 yards, so.
yeah, as they faked that handoff to Heeman in motion, and Helm kept it. And now it's going to be a quick pass to the outside as Helm overshoots Pickrell.
Looked like Croyd was all over it.
Yeah, Kendon Croyd over there. Ritzert in pursuit. I should say Ritzert squared. Hudson and Brecken over in that vicinity as they get set here.
Pella Christian running just a basic 4-4 defense, it looks like. 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and 3 defensive backs.
Yeah, it kind of feels like, they kind of pulled, they put Ritzert in for Steinkamp here early, it looks like, and kind of have Ritzert floating between kind of the safety linebacker spot.
Strong safety maybe type.
Yeah, the snap on the ground. Helm will pick it up. He'll gain maybe a yard and make it 3rd and 9 from the 34-yard line there. Making something out of nothing, but just drop the snap and put Albia behind the sticks here again with 3rd and long coming up. Here in the Element Sighting and Windows radio broadcast booth, Tyler Crabb, Nate Van Dyke, and Justin McLaughlin here with you for tonight's action on Eagle Lane. Winner-take-all game between Pella Christian and Albia. 9:53 now as Albia gets to the line here with 3rd and long. 3 receivers going to be to the right, 1 to the left. Heeman in the backfield. Helm.
And they were sending Marinsky on a blitz there from the near side.
Yeah, I think both linebackers showed blitz. It caused, I think, the left tackle to jump there for Albia. Sets up 3rd and even longer, 3rd and 14, back at the 30.
So that's the second penalty of the same variety for Albia.
And
they
had
also
some
put a snap on the ground.
Yeah, so some early mistakes, something to watch for if you're a fan tonight.
Maybe it's those nerves we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly right. Who can overcome those? Same formation as Helm is back to pass. He's looking deep for Pickrell. And Croyd and Ritzert are both there as Pickrell unable to come down with it. And Albia will send the punt unit on.
Yeah, Helm just kind of hung that ball up a little bit. He had plenty of time to throw. That's what kind of worries me a little bit. But none of the Eagle linebackers were on a blitz that time.
Yeah, great job by Ritzert and Croyd in coverage there. Hudson Ritzert and Kendon Croyd. Pair of sophomores coming on to make the play there is Landon Nunakoven back deep. Coach Kagmarinsky wanted to see if he could return a punt. See if he can get the job done right here.
Hardest thing in football is to catch a punt.
Yeah.
They're so high in the air, they move so much, and you've got defenders running right at you.
Yep, a nice punt there for Albia as Nunakoven catches it.
Did not call for a fair
catch. Albia thought he did. Nunakoven's at the 40, inside the 35. Albia just pulled up thinking he called the fair catch. He didn't. He kind of just gave a reaction.
But game last week.
Let's say he didn't use the arms at all, but he kind of caught it and he just kind of waited. He kind of took a half beat and then just cut it right up the middle. Nice return for Landon Nunakoven as Pella Christian in business here early on at the 33. Justin, a great job there by Nunakoven to fake out the defense.
Definitely was. I mean, just lack of concentration right there by the Gunners coming down the field. They could have gotten a free shot on him.
Yep, and Van Arendonk in motion. Handoff goes to Nunakoven as he's looking to the right side.
Good push.
And as I say, it's just kind of a pile moving forward towards the 30. I think they're going to give him the 31. Gain of 3 for Landon Nunakoven to start off.
Have to keep our eyes on number 46 for Albia. He's listed as a defensive end. Fletcher Mick comes in with 73 tackles on the season and a couple of turnovers as well.
So Pella Christian going to line up. It'll be Volk and Vincent to the left. Flagel to the right. Nunakoven to the right. Fake the handoff to him. Ritzert looking to get to the outside. Makes a guy miss at the 30 across the 25. First down yardage. He's on the edge of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. They're gonna mark him out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Again, as I mentioned, enough for a Pella Christian first down after the gain of 8 for Brecken Ritzert. Has Pella Christian on the doorstep of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone.
Yeah, nice little fake to Nunakoven, and Ritzert able to use a little speed to get to the edge.
So 8:25 to go in the first quarter. Pella Christian and Albia scoreless. Ritzert going to throw the swing pass to Nunakoven. Nunakoven is in the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone, drops the shoulder, and plows his way inside the 15. They're going to actually, they gave him right at the 15. I thought he got it a little bit further than that, but into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. The Pella Christian offense goes here as they try to break this scoreless tie with 8:14 to go now in the first quarter.
Great way to finish off the run by Nunakoven. Just kind of punishing that defender for the tackle attempt there.
Pingles Homestar Instant Radio update. Pella 0, Clear Creek Amana 7, 7:53 to go in the first quarter. Ritzert sends Van Arendonk in motion. Handoff goes back to Nunakoven. He bursts up the middle. He's across the 10, all the way down near the 5 at the 6-yard line. Nice run of 9 yards there for Landon Nunakoven is enough for first and goal for Pella Christian here in the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone as the Eagles continue to move the ball really well here on their opening drive.
Great job by those big offensive linemen up front.
So Pella Christian on the steps of the goal line. First and goal, Van Arendonk. Fakes the motion, handoff back to Nunakoven. He lowers his shoulder, gets it down to the 2-yard line. Gain of 4 for Landon Nunakoven.
That's all you need, about 4 yards every time. The offensive line for the Eagles getting it done right now.
I'm going to forget the name of the coach. I would know this, but I don't have it off the top of my mind, but three yards and a cloud of dust.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all you need.
I've heard the saying as well.
As I say, brand of football.
Yep.
But Ritzert going to put Van Arendonk in motion. Handoff goes to Nunakoven. Untouched. Landon Nunakoven puts Pella Christian on the board here to start us off. With 6:59 to go, Pella Christian 6, Albia 0, pending the Dallas Ford point after attempt.
Great start for the Eagles. Getting it done on the run with the run game.
Absolutely.
One throw through the air, but it was kind of a screen pass.
Yeah, say a nice little swing pass. So Dallas Ford will look to give Pella Christian a 7-0 lead on Albia here with 6:59 to go in the opening quarter. Volk will be the holder here for the Eagles. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 Pella Christian leads with 6:59 to go in the opening frame. Back in the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth after this on KNIAKRLS.com and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game.
Adam Kekmarinsky in the open space. He's at the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown. How about a Randall Roofing raise the roof moment of the game for your first career varsity touchdown, Mr. Adam Kekmarinsky.
Randy Jarzombic here, owner of Randall Roofing. Randall Roofing is your full-service roofing and gutter contractor specializing in replacements, new construction, and repairs in South Central Iowa. We partner with CertainTeed to elevate your home's protection using industry-leading technologies.
If you've been holding out on starting the search for your next home, your patience might have just paid off. Hi, this is Brennan Foudy with Pella Real Estate Services, and right now is a great time to buy. We're seeing increased inventory in all price ranges, and interest rates are becoming more favorable. Schedule a buyer consultation so that we can start looking for your next home by calling 628-1BUI and visiting with me or any member of our team at Pella Real Estate Services.
Welcome back here on KNIAKRLS.com and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel in the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth. Tyler Crabb, Nate Van Dyke, Justin McLaughlin here with you for tonight's action. And offsides on the kickoff for Pella Christian. So that'll back Dallas Ford up to the 35 to kick this one off. But a great job by the Eagles on their opening drive to go down, get points, and you put themselves in an early advantage in terms of possessions, scoreboard, that type of scenario.
Yeah, nice job on the opening drive. A lot of low risk there, a lot of low risk running plays.
Absolutely. So it'll be Ford to kick off yet again. Nice boot there by Ford. Pick roll. Will let it bounce, and it bounces into the end zone. I think he thought that was going to find its way out of bounds. But Ford with a great kick finds its way through the back of the end zone. Off the bounce, it's one of a few touchbacks for Ford this year. I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head, but a nice boot there from the sophomore who continues to get stronger week after week. Casey Vista presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. It's a winner-take-all game for Pella Christian and Albia, and it's a 7-0 advantage for the Eagles here with 6:59 to go. Is Albia going to line up and I don't even know what formation that was, but it's just Pickrell back there, and he's going to run it to the left side, and he's got space, and finally gets tripped up at the 42-yard line after a gain of 21, at the 41. I don't know what that formation was. That was, I missed it. It was basically a punt formation. They lined up. It was everybody on the line of scrimmage, 3 upbacks, and then Pickrell was like, I think 7 yards behind everyone, and they just lined up and ran it like out of the punt formation.
Well, maybe we'll get to see it again, huh?
Yeah, and we are. I don't know what to call this formation.
So it's kind of a wildcat, or some people call it like a popcorn.
And it's going to be a handoff or a toss. That is to number 2, Parker Heeman.
Steinkamp and Wheeler getting in there and doing work.
Yeah, Wheeler fired up after getting the stop there. Makes it 2nd and long from the 39 here with 6:17 to go in the first quarter. Pella Christian with that 7-0 lead. And
so it's kind of a wildcat look. They've got basically 3 guys who can play fullback and lead the way.
It's. I mean, I've never.
But he kind of handed it off. He flipped it forward that time.
Yeah, I was like, I've never seen this formation. So they've got Eli Hilton out to the left. Now they're going to go back to their normal formation with Pickrell at quarterback. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Running back and quarterback in the backfield. Snap was on the ground, and a flag came out from the Albia sideline, but Pickrell dropped to a knee.
So I don't know how much Pickrell plays quarterback, but
I say it looks like he's kind of done some off and on with Helm.
Okay.
We have a
he
flag
did have
on
some passing yards as well coming into the game, didn't he?
Yeah. I say it looks like Helm is the primary guy, but they had the ball it was at the 39. We've got a flag on the far side of the field. Albia dropped the snap, and the quarterback's knee was down at the 35, Pickrell. So I think they're talking to Coach Bunder here for Pella Christian, figuring out what they want to do in terms of the penalty and all that stuff. So it must have been a legal formation on Albia.
Declined.
So Eagle's going to decline that because the only thing you'd gain in that spot is a yard, and you'd give them a down, though. So they'll take 3rd down and 16.
Not a country mile yet, right?
Not quite. Once you hit 20. Once you double it up. But it'll be 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Pickrell dropping back to pass. It's a screen. And all over that was Tyson Vanderlinden knocking it down. Brings up 4th and long again for Albia, and the punt unit will come back on. This Eagles team real fired up here to start out.
That's kind of how those screens are designed, as far as just letting the defensive line through. Lucky we got a hand on it because the receiver might have had a little bit of green.
Yeah, Bryson Reed set to punt it. Landon Nunnekoven back deep. Looking to break one for the Eagles. Reed gets the punt off. That one's going to be shorter, and it bounces backwards.
Kind of worries you when it starts bouncing backwards like that. It might accidentally hit somebody in the back.
Yep, but you do love it if you're the Eagles because you get the ball in better field position at the 45.
Flag on the field.
I'm going to guess that's going to be
a marker.
Hold or block in the back, maybe.
There was a bunch of bodies around there, and that's kind of where the ball was as well.
Holding, so Pella Christian will move back to... Okay. How far back do they move this? I think they're going to move it back to the 35. Oh. Nope, now they're moving it the other direction. They don't know where they're going. So here in the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth, Tyler Crabb, Nate Van Dyke, and Justin McLaughlin here at the 35. And we've got a Pella Motors timeout taken by Albia, so we're going to stick right here. Let's go through the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, which leads us into our first Pingles Home Store Instant Radio update. Newton leads Grinnell 7-0. Pella and Clear Creek Amana, it's still 7-0 in the first quarter. Looks like the Dutch were about to answer and fumbled it into the end zone. Clear Creek Amana recovers. So big mistake there for the Dutch on their opening drive. So that is Norwalk and Norwalk, their game got moved back due to some thunder and lightning in the area. They're starting at 7:30. Knoxville's got Williamsburg. Indianola played last night against Sioux City North and won that game. I don't remember the score. I didn't remember to write it down, but I'll have to find that here real quick. But Indianola was the winners last night in a Thursday night matchup at Sioux City North. So that is the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leaders, Marion County Bank, with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas, are serving you and building community across the county. Ritzert carrying on the first snap of this drive, and he will gain, looks like they gave him 6 up to the 41. Nice carry for Ritzert up the middle there.
Yeah, I don't know if we kind of got away from that last week as far as Ritzert on the carry, but I think he really helps out the team there and adds some diversity to the rushing attack.
Yeah, so Vincent and Volk to the right side of the formation as Penley Christian moves from right to left on your radio dial. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Penley Christian leads at 7-0. Gilbert Flagel to the left. Ritzert, he's going to draw the handoff out, give it to Nunnekoven. He'll dive forward as he was kind of falling.
He was going to get lost there, so not a bad job by Nunnekoven of putting his foot in the ground and getting north and south and getting what he could.
Well, he kind of started to stumble, did a nice job diving forward, gaining 2 yards to bring up 3rd and 2. As Penley Christian sets up offensively, it'll be Flagel to the left, Volk to the left, Flagel to the right. 2 tight end set as Vincent comes off. Handoff goes to Nunnekoven. He bursts through the middle. He's at the 50, 45, 40. Nice run by Landon Nunnekoven there. Gains 17 yards and plenty for a Pella Christian first down. Just how you drew it up.
Yeah, Eagles pushing him around a little bit out there early on.
Yeah, game reset wired by Center Point Electric. Pella Christian 7, Albia 0. 3:57 to go in the first quarter. Eagles lead it. And they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Ritzert, he's going to roll left. He's looking to throw. He's going to get it to Volk at the sideline. Nice pitch and catch there from Ritzert to Volk. He'll go out of bounds at the 32, which will be a gain of 8, make it 2nd and 2. The Eagles just continue to move the ball down the field. They're going to give a couple guys a breather, it looks like, as Adam Kekmarinsky's going to come on. Vincent comes back on as well. It looks like you're going to have a 5-wide set. Wouldn't be surprised to see the motion, the jet motion with Kekmarinsky.
There we go.
Yep, that's what we're going to get. Handoff's going to go to, no, Ritzert going to keep it at the 30. Needs to make one guy miss as he's ushered out of bounds. He'll get up to the 24-yard line. Plenty for a Penley Christian first down on the gain of 8. And the Eagles look to add on to their 7-0 lead here with 3:37 to go in the first quarter.
I was kind of thinking about that jet sweep this week because I think last week every time we gave it to Kekmarinsky, but you got to kind of throw a little deception in there once in a while.
And that's exactly what they did there. Now, still a 5-wide set. Kekmarinsky in motion. Fake the handoff to Kekmarinsky. Ritzert looking over the middle.
Oh, almost picked off.
Yep, he left it a little bit short of Nunnekoven there. I think that was Pickrell who got his hands on it but wasn't able to reel it in as the Eagles get a fortunate break there to go their way.
A little bit of a dangerous throw over the middle.
So Ritzert going to put Van Arendonk in motion. He fakes the handoff to Nunnekoven. He's throwing it to the outside. He's got Caleb Volk for a first down into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone there. It was Pickrell on the blitz, applying pressure to Ritzert. Did a nice job delaying, getting the ball to his target in Volk, who gets it up to the 13, and a Pella Christian first down.
Those two look like they've just got some good chemistry out there.
Oh, they have great chemistry. Clear Creek Amana 7, Pella 0 at the end of the first quarter in a Pingles Home Store instant radio update. There we go. Ritzert takes the snap. He's rolling to his left, looking to throw. The Eagles doing a nice job buying some time for him. Ritzert going to pull it down inside the 10, falling forward to the 5.
Ritzert saw a bunch of green in front of him and decided to keep the ball on the ground.
Yeah, doing a nice job there with the legs to get the Eagles even further into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Second down and looks like 2 at the 5 for Pella Christian. It's Ritzert and Nunnekoven in the backfield. Ritzert going to put Van Arendonk in motion. And he'll give it to Nunnekoven, who goes flipping into the end zone. Touchdown, Pella Christian. Touchdown number 2, Landon Nunnekoven. Eagles lead it 13-0 in the winner-take-all game against Albia. A great start that you couldn't have drawn up any better if you asked for it from Coach Kekmarinsky.
Yeah, great start for Pella Christian, getting it done on the ground and in the air on that drive.
Absolutely. Dallas Ford on to attempt the extra point, 13-0, trying to make it 14-0 with 2:40 to go in the first quarter.
That run game sometimes sets up your pass game pretty well.
Yeah, big contest here for Class 2A District 7. Try to see if we can find score update from that other game here as Dallas Ford's extra point is up and good. 14-0. Pella Christian leads it here inside the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth. Back after this on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Thinking about adding on an addition, building a new shop, or a new home, let our team at Centerpoint Electric get in on the planning process before weather shuts things down for the winter. We're here to help with any electrical project you have, big or small. We will create a customized plan just for you. From the placement of outlets and switches to sizing the circuits correctly, our thorough approach ensures that your electrical system will meet your needs. Check us out online at centerpoint-electric.com. We're wired for excellence.
At Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, we offer pet food with a purpose. Nowadays, you can buy run-of-the-mill pet food just about anywhere. But we know there's a huge difference between run-of-the-mill and the good stuff. Our iVet brand of dog and cat foods was developed by veterinarians, and it's made with real food and contains no byproducts. We also carry Royal Canin and Science Diet prescription foods. They're formulated so your pet only needs to eat the food, and you don't have to worry about giving them additional medications. Like I said, it's pet food with a purpose. At the Pet Food Center at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
Welcome back here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel in the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth. Dallas Ford's kick was muffed at the 5-yard line by the Blue Demons, and Adam Kekmarinsky and Garrett Wheeler make their way down there, get a big stop for the Eagles inside the 15 at the 11-yard line. That was number 26, I believe.
Bo Buckingham.
Yeah, Bo Buckingham was back there, bobbled it. And Adam Kekmarinsky got down there in a hurry. Got joined by some friends as well.
Great coverage, great field position.
Yeah, so the Eagles defense doing a nice job, and their special teams doing a great job here tonight of allowing the offense to continue rolling. Bengals home store and state radio update. Newton 14, Grinnell 0 in the first quarter, I presume. Going to be 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Eamon in the backfield with Pickrell. Handoff's going to go to Heeman. He'll gain a couple.
The Eagles bringing some pressure on the outside.
Yeah, gotta give a shout out to Garrett Wheeler there. Took that extra shove a little bit after the play had kind of ended there. Did a nice job of just letting it go.
Yeah.
And so it was just one of those things
that gets caught anyways, right?
Exactly. And so that's why I'm like, commend him for not retaliating, because that's one of those things that's always frustrating as a player. But 2nd down and 7 coming up here for Albia at the 14-yard line. It's going to be 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Heeman in the backfield with Pickrell. Pickrell is running left the whole way, and he tries to jump over a defender at around the 20. They gave him a very favorable spot at the 22.
Not a bad open field tackle there either. I think it was Van Weingarten.
I think it was Croyd, because it was on the left side here.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think Van Weingarten's on the far side.
I got you.
But it's 1st down for Albia at the 23 after the run by Pickrell there. It's going to be 1 receiver, or 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They're going to bring one of those receivers in as a tight end now. Pickrell in the backfield still with Heeman. Pickrell going to hand off to Heeman.
Get some space on the inside.
Yeah, and Albia's creating a little bit of some holes up front there.
You like your defensive linemen to just kind of absorb some blocks and free up your linebackers to make tackles.
Yeah, but Albia creating some holes there after their gain of 9 for number 26, is who ran that ball. That's Buckingham into the game now in place of Heeman, I believe it is. So my apologies on that I had those guys mixed up for a couple plays here. But Buckingham in the backfield with
Albia
3 receivers
spreads
left.
the ball around a little bit.
Yep, it's Pickrell running to the left side of the field, and the Eagles are there.
It's a flag.
It's going to be close, and yeah, the flag in the backfield, usually a good sign if you're the It's going to be a hold against the Blue Demons is the indication. So it's going to move the Blue Demons back. And if you're Pella Christian, you're obviously going to take that. You're not going to decline and allow you the third down.
It was going to be right at the sticks either way. I don't know.
Yeah, so you're going to take 2nd and 11 over 3rd and 1, I would imagine. So that'll back up the Blue Demons offense here as, penalties have been a big issue for the Blue Demons.
First quarter winding down with 35 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, the Eagles of Pella Christian have 14. Albia having 0 here. Feels like this is an urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center. If you're the Eagles, you just got to keep that momentum rolling here. You can't allow Albia to come out here and find this answer at this point in the game, it feels like.
If they can get a stop, they're probably going to have great field position again for their offense.
Absolutely. 2nd and 11 for Albia. Pickrell with Buckingham in the backfield. Pickrell's going to hand off to Buckingham, looking to get to the left side. He slips through 1 tackle. Eagles finally force him out of bounds around the 30. And actually, I think a favorable spot there for the Eagles is they're going to say the 28.
Yep.
I thought he was closer to the 30, but
hard to see where he went out of bounds.
Yeah, so favorable spot for Pella Christian nonetheless, as it'll bring up 3rd down and say 5 yards there after the gain of 6 by Buckingham. Bengals home for instant radio update. Pella 7, Clear Creek Amana 7, 9:08 to go in the 2nd quarter.
There may be, I can't tell if that's a flag out there on the far side or not. The refs are kind of conferring a little bit.
I do see a flag over there. As I say, it's...
Well, if it's something you might decline if you're expecting Albia to punt here.
They're going to move it up here. I think it depends. But it's
holding
something against Albia.
Marching them backwards.
Yeah, so it's going to be 2nd down, but this is going to come back from where the penalty was. So Albia's now back inside the 15. The ball's just inside the 15. The nose of the football is on the 15, but
see if Albia opens up the pass. We haven't seen too many passing opportunities for Albia yet this game.
Yeah, 8 seconds to go. I imagine Albia is just going to hold out and let the clock wind out and into the 1st quarter. We'll be back inside the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. After a quarter, Pella Christian 14, Albia 0.
Flu shots are available at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. I'm Jake Heston with Hy-Vee, here to remind you that you can get your flu shot anytime that the pharmacy is open, because there's always a pharmacist on duty to give you the shot. You can check your local Hy-Vee pharmacy hours and complete your vaccine consent form in advance by going to Hy-Vee.com. And when you get your flu shot, make sure to show us your Fuel Saver card, because you'll get 20 cents in fuel savings. Flu shots at your local Hy-Vee.
At Element Siding and Windows, we do it right the first time. Hi, I'm Andrew Thomason, owner of Element. We're locally owned and proud to have the same dedicated team on every project, the same faces you'll see from start to finish, no random subcontractors. We don't leave your project until it is complete and you are completely satisfied. Your details and your budget matter to us, and we'll work with you to bring your vision to life. You have a dream, we'll make it happen. Find us on Facebook at Element Siding and Windows.
Welcome back here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. 2nd quarter of action is underway here, and Albia with a 2nd and 18 coming up here from the 15-yard line to start off the 2nd quarter as the Eagles of Pella Christian lead Albia 14-0 in a winner-take-all game in Class 2A District 7. It's Pickrell dropping back to pass. He's got a man wide open over the middle of the field. That was number 0. Eli Hilton, who made 1 or 2 guys miss. Hudson Ritzert tried to run him down and can't do it, as Albia goes 85 yards to the house and gets a big answer. And, the Eagles were, they had an opportunity to make the tackle, just missed that one tackle.
And guys kind of ran into each other a little bit, and that hurts a little bit going from 2nd and 20 to
second and 18 from the 15 to now 14 to 7 game.
down the field, yeah.
Yeah, and so a tough break there is Albia going to show the swinging gate here. Not something you see too often. Pella Christian going to try to match, and
it's just one more thing you have to study and talk about with the team the week before.
It's going to be Pickrell. And Pickrell finds his man.
Scoops it up off the turf.
Jag Lathrop makes it 14 to 8. That was creative.
Yeah, this game just got a little bit closer as well, a little more interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that was, and I think that Albia had a couple different ways to score there because they really kind of put PC in a bind there with that option play.
The holder kind of looks at the defense, and either they rotate back and kick the ball, and if they like what they see somewhere else, they've got some other options.
Yeah, not something we've seen yet this season here in the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth, as Albia has made it a much closer game there after a busted coverage by the Eagles. Bengals Home Store Instant Radio update. Newton leads Grinnell 21-0 with 8 minutes left in the second quarter. As Albia going to be set to kick it off for the first time tonight. It'll be Ryan Sovereign, it looks like, or no, I take that back. Sorry, that's 54. Kipton Lawrence, who's going to kick this ball away for the Blue Demons.
Well, you got to have a little bit of a short memory right now if you're the Eagles.
That should do. 11:46 to go in the second quarter.
Short kick.
Yep, it'll be received by Caleb Volk. He made one guy miss. He's all the way up to the 40 already, falling forward all the way up to the 44-yard line. Great return there by Caleb Volk.
Pella Christian's had great field position all night here.
Well, the officials are now marking him back at the 42. I don't know. Now they're moving forward to the 43. Or no, they went to the 42. I don't know what we did there, but
knee hit the ground and he kind of fell forward maybe.
Yeah, so 14-8, Pella Christian needing an answer here on the offensive end in an urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center. As Ritzer going to send Van Arendonk in motion. He'll hand it back to Nunakoven up the middle. Nunakoven doing a great job to drive the legs, gets all the way up to the 49-yard line.
Got a couple extra yards on the lean there.
Yeah, did a great job there.
Albia starting to bring their linebackers a little bit closer to the defensive line there to slow down the rushing attack.
Yeah, nice run there for Nunakoven. Gained 6 yards, brings up 2nd and 4. The Eagles lead it 14-8 right now over Albia. It's going to be 2 receivers left, one to the right for Ritzer. Nunakoven will be lined up to his right. Van Arendonk on the left side of the formation at tight end. Ritzer back to pass.
Flegel.
He's throwing it up for Flegel, who goes up and makes the catch. Great play by Gilbert Flegel.
He's a big body. He's got a big catch radius out there.
Yeah, 6'6" on the outside.
Does a good job of catching the ball on the outsides of the hashes, too.
Yeah, the ball all the way out to the 31-yard line, but a flag back near the line of scrimmage. I think this is going against the Eagles.
Face mask.
Personal foul, face mask against Pella Christian. That is a tough break that you can't have here in an urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center. If you need urgent health care today, be seen today at Pella Regional's walk-in clinics in Pella, Knoxville, or Ottumwa. Visit PellaHealth.org for hours and wait times.
Yeah, it looked like Flegel kind of bobbled the ball a little bit, then kind of reeled it in.
Yeah, so we'll see what the Eagles try to do now as Garrett Wheeler's going to come on for Evan Van Arendonk. Wheeler, an imposing force, especially in the blocking game, as he's going to go in motion. Handoff's going to go back to Nunakoven. Great job by Wheeler to clear some space.
Forward.
And Nunakoven drives the legs and gets all the way to midfield. Great gain of 11 there by Nunakoven. Puts Pella Christian back within reach of that first down, manageable first down.
Using Wheeler as kind of a fullback there. He had a nice kick-out block on the defensive end.
Yeah, Nunakoven a little beat up there, so Kakmarinsky is going to come on there. He just wants a minute. I think he just needs a minute. Maybe a little bit.
Absolutely.
So he's gotten a pretty good workload here. Nunakoven has. Is Ritzer going to go back to pass now? He's looking, didn't have anything. Ritzert goes down in the backfield, but a flag in the secondary here. I think this is going to go against Albia. Yeah, it's going to be holding against Albia. I think Ritzert was looking for Volk, and Volk got grabbed. And so that's going to move Pella Christian up from midfield and should give them a first down. So after the sack, you're feeling okay. Very often, not very often that you feel good.
There's been a lot of flags on these last couple drives.
That there has been. So 10:05 to go in the second quarter, and Pella Christian gets a free 5-yard first down from the 45.
I don't know if Nunakoven kind of got the wind knocked out of him. He's starting to move around over here a little bit in front of the
it kind of looked like he got up and kind of had his hand on his hip a little bit. So I wonder if maybe, there's a big dude on top of him. Maybe just crunched it up there.
Carrying for a couple yards.
Yeah, might have been a little overworked. Might have overworked that hip just a little bit.
Yeah, he's got his helmet back on.
Yep, Ritzert back to pass. He's throwing for Riley Vincent. He's got Vincent. Vincent looking for some space. Wheeler is trying to spring him forward. He does as Vincent goes out of bounds at the 27.
I think there's another flag on the field.
Yeah, we got another flag at the 40, and I think it's in the secondary again. So this might go against Albia again, or maybe against the Eagles. I don't know. It is holding. That's going to be declined by the Eagles, though, after a big gain for Pella Christian out to the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 18 and enough for a Pella Christian first down. Great job by Vincent there on the pitch and catch with Ritzert. Great job by Wheeler to spring him free for a couple extra yards with the block downfield.
Good hustle.
So Pella Christian lining back up here. Ritzert fakes the handoff to Kekmerinsky, keeps it up the middle. He's got daylight at the 10, 5, touchdown. Ritzert walking in. Great job there by Ritzert to keep it. And Pella Christian jumps on top 20-8 with 9:21 to go in the second quarter.
Great job of answering the long touchdown pass from Albia.
The entire defensive line went to Kekmerinsky.
They were all over him.
They went to Kekmerinsky.
If he would have gave the ball to Kekmerinsky would have been in trouble.
Yeah, well, he still got tackled by two of them. And Ritzert comes through and keeps it and scores it on the 25-yard touch, or the 27-yard scamper. And Dallas Ford on to attempt the point after. Ford's kick. And
somebody was moving around a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say somebody jumped, but it might have been on Albia. Yeah, it was on Albia, so the offense is immediately going to the field. Eagles going to try for two. After the Blue Demons defensive line jumps on the point after attempt.
So we've got about, what is it, yard and a half?
Yeah. So let's, after the encroachment, Pella Christian's got to go from the 2 to the ball goes from, I think, the 1.5.
The 3 to the 1.5.
So the 1.5. So Pella Christian's offense comes back onto the field. Albia going to go with a 5-man defensive line here to try to stop the run as Wheeler goes in motion. Handoff goes to Nunakoven, powering up and in. 22-8. Pella Christian on top of Albia with 9:21 to go in the second quarter. Back in the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth after this on KNIAKRLS.com and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
The signals on the car go blink, 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 blink. The signals on the car go blink, blink, blink at Central Tire and Auto.
We all share the road, so if your turn signals are burned out, stop into Central Tire and Auto and get them fixed. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the little things like new turn signals. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart and Pella. Everybody now.
Central Tire and Auto.
If you spent all last winter thinking,
we should have called Van Haften's.
Then listen up. Van Haften Plumbing and Heating and Lennox have 2 great rebate offers just in time for another cold Iowa winter. You can choose up to $1,800 in rebates on the Ultimate Comfort System or get no payments and no interest for 12 months when financing a new Lennox system. This offer is available right now, so call now to get on the schedule. As always, you'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften.
Welcome back here inside the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth on KNIA-KRLS.com and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. The Eagles of Pella Christian leading Albia in an important game here in Class 2A District 7, 22-8 with 9:21 to go in the second quarter. Returning the kick was number 6, Bryson Reed. He gets absolutely nowhere. As who else on kick coverage today? Adam Kagmarinsky, the first man down there, stuffs him right at the 17-yard line.
Special teams looking good right now for Pella Christian.
Yeah, it looked like Caleb Volk might have been there.
Hey, that 2-point conversion might come in handy too. We saw how every point counts last week.
Yeah, well, and Albia after going for theirs too. Big things. Some Pingles Home Store Instant Radio updates. Pella 14, Clear Creek Amana 7. 5:11 to go in the second quarter. Knoxville in trouble early there against Williamsburg, down 14-0, 8:31 to go in the first quarter there, as they had just not been able to get comfortable. And a Pella Motors timeout going to be taken here by Albia. They already didn't like what they saw. They'll take their second timeout of the half with 9:15 to go in the second quarter. So that gives us a chance to look at the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. We've got, as we mentioned, Indianola. They played last night against Sioux City North. They won big. I did not write down the score, so I don't have that top of mind, but I know Indianola beat Sioux City North on Thursday night up in Sioux City. Norwalk Lewis Central, we've not seen anything from that one because that one was played, that one was delayed a little bit because of the weather, and so they got off to a later start, so nothing from there yet. Newton is leading Grinnell. That is a 21-0 advantage for Newton in the second quarter. Pella leading Clear Creek Amana 14-7 in the middle of the second quarter. Knoxville trailing Williamsburg 14-0. Pella Christian leading Albia here 22-8 with 9:15 to go in the second quarter. That's the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leaders, Marion County Bank, with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas. They're serving you, building community across the county. 4 wide set for Albia. Pickrell back to pass. It's a screen pass for Buckingham. So he looks to get to the outside. And a nice job by Ben Van Weingarten to turn him back inside and send him.
Another flag on the field.
Yeah, they wrapped him up, brought him down, but we do have a flag, and I think this is holding against Albia, which I want to say in like the last 7 or 8 plays, I want to say that's at least the 5th or 6th holding against the Blue Demons, whether that's offensive or defensive.
Yeah. And that defensive holdings, and that's not one you see all the time.
No, and it is holding against Albia, as things just continue to spiral for this Blue Demon squad as they continue to have self-inflicted mistakes. So that's going to back them up inside the, I thought there should be half the distance to the goal. There they go. They did do half the distance. I thought he backed up 1 yard there. Ball goes to the 9 here. So it'll be first and... what's that going to be? You got to get to the 27. So first and 17. Not a common.
Right? First and 17.
Yeah, first and 17. Not sure the last time I saw that one. Handoff's going to go to Heeman. Heeman doing a nice job getting a burst as Ritzer finally brings him down at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, I kind of thought we'd see some more of the passing attack from
They
Albia.
gave him all the way up to the 21.
Yep.
I don't think he got across the 20.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not terribly shocked. They've been kind of walking sideways up the line all night, but yeah, it's like I don't think he got a. It looks like he maybe fell to the 20, but I don't know if he got to the 21. But either way,
it says second down. Is it actually third down or is it second?
No, it's second down because the holding.
The holding.
Yeah, holding negated the first play. So 2nd and 7 for Albia from the 21 here. I got to get to the 27, so 2nd and 6, excuse me. A long 6, but it's Pickrell rolling to his right. He's looking to throw. He's going to pull it down. Sneaks inside Kagmarinsky, and Garrett Wheeler just kind of pushes him over with the 29, but it's enough for an Albia first down.
Looks like the Eagles have kind of dropped another safety back. Ritzert's playing a little more of a safety look the last few plays.
Yeah, right now the Eagles got to find an answer as Albia's starting to find something offensively here. So 7:43 to go in the second quarter. Pella Christian 22, Albia 8. That's a game reset wired by Center Point Electric, where they're wired for excellence. It's going to be a screen pass to number 27, Lathrop.
And he gets a couple good blocks on the outside to spring him free.
Yeah, makes it a gain of 9. Albia starting to show the balance on the offensive side of things as they are starting to move the ball with a little bit more consistency here against the Eagles.
Starting to get a little rhythm, aren't they?
That they are. So the Eagles going to have to find an answer here to the run game and kind of the screen game for Albia.
Nice thing is we're still on the right side of the field, so
3 receivers to the right, no receivers to the left, and it's straight Pickrell run to the left the whole way. Pickrell gets enough for a first down at the 40. So Pickrell getting enough for the gain of 2 to make it 1st and 10 Albia here with 6:50 to go in the second quarter. Eagles still lead Albia 22-8. Who's always open? Presented by Anytime Fitness tonight. I'm going to say what's always open instead. Make it the run game. These two teams running the ball predominantly here. The Eagles have found that success. It's going to be a handoff to Heeman, and Jet Kelderman all over that one. Brings him down for a loss of a yard.
And great job by Kelderman. Got blocked.
Yeah, great job by Kelderman to explode through there.
He came from the other side of the center.
Yeah, nice job there. Loss of 1 makes it 2nd and 11 at the 39 for Albia now. But as I mentioned, the run game has been open for Pella Christian. Albia's found some success in the run game, but also we've had some bad plays there. So who's always open? Presented by Anytime Fitness? Well, the run game is. Anytime Fitness is a 24/7 gym that fits your lifestyle, your fitness, your way. Anytime Fitness. And it's going to be Pickrell rolling right. He's looking to pass. He's looking for Lathrop, and it's Ben Van Weingarten at the 40, 35, 30 with the interception. Great job by Ben Van Weingarten to read the route. Gets the Eagles a turnover.
That was kind of a dangerous pass there by Pickrell as well. There's about 3 Pella Christian jerseys right in that area.
Yeah, Van Weingarten with his first interception of the season. Doing a nice job to read the route. Jumps up, makes the play over the top of Lathrop. Gets Pella Christian the ball back at the 31-yard line. Sets up the Eagles offense in tremendous territory here.
Just what they needed, right?
Exactly what they needed. Just as the doctor ordered for this Eagles squad, as they now lead it 22-8 with 5:45 to go in the second quarter and a chance to tack on here. Ritzert in the backfield. He's going to put Evan Van Arendonk in motion. Handoff goes to Nunakoven. He bounces off a 1 tackle, does a nice job getting across the 30 up to the 28-yard line for a gain of 4.
Yeah, he was met right there at the line of scrimmage and was able to get a couple extra yards out of it.
Yeah, a great job there by Nunakoven. He's done a great job all night keeping the feet driving.
Lawrence on the stop.
It'll be Ritzert putting Van Arendonk in motion. Albia jump, but the Eagles didn't take advantage of it and snapped the ball. Ritzert dropping back to pass. He's looking for Riley Vincent, who does a nice job making a play on the ball. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown, Riley Vincent. Doing a nice job to break in front of the defensive back, rip the ball out of the air. Riley Vincent with the 20-something yard score. Missed the yardage on that one, but a great job by Vincent to make a play on the football and get the Eagles the score.
Yeah, he definitely went up and got that ball at the highest point. The Albia defender had just as much right to that ball as Vincent did, but great play on the ball. Way to go up and get one.
28-yard score there. It dawned on me there watching the replay. Forgot we had the 3-yard run in between there, but that's where I got unsure.
Job going up and getting that ball.
Absolutely. So Dallas forward on to attempt the point after and trying to make this a 29-8 game. It's currently 28-8 with 4:52 to go in the second quarter. Ford's extra point is up, and it is good. 29-8. Pella Christian leads Albia here with 4:52 to go in the second quarter. Back after this on KNIA-KRLS.com and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel inside the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth.
When you eat at Culver's, you're enjoying fresh food, not just fast food.
I'm Tim Skrotheis, owner of Culver's Restaurant in Pella, and we pride ourselves on making your order fresh every time. Our never frozen burgers are made fresh just the way you want it. Our chicken sandwiches and chicken strips are made fresh. We don't make them ahead of time and let them sit under a warmer. And we slow turn our frozen custard in small batches all day so it's at its very best. What can we make fresh for you today at Culver's Restaurant in Pella?
This fall, take the challenge. Shop local. Every dollar spent at a local business helps build the communities we all love. Together, we can make a difference.
Hi, I'm Deb Leverett from Marion County Bank. I shop local because of the unique variety the stores bring to our community. Plus, local shops are great for a quick gift.
Marion County Bank encourages you to shop local all year long. Learn more at marioncountybank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. 4:52 to go in the second quarter. Dallas Ford to attempt the kickoff here. They'll send this one to the left side. Albia has not gotten to it yet. They just got to it. It was Eli Hilton who got to it. The Eagles were nearly able to recover that and set themselves up in amazing field position as Albia
that ball kind of
again
bounced straight up in the air about 10 feet, it looked like.
And ball bounced inside the 20, and that's where Albia was brought down at the 18-yard line. So the Eagles defense again putting Albia deep in their own territory. Pingles Home Store Instant Radio update: Knoxville 0, Williamsburg 20. And a big one in our district, PCM versus Centerville. That is all Centerville early, 13-0 in the first quarter, early first quarter. Our score is Pella Christian 29, Albia 8, with 4:48 to go in the first half. Pickrell going to toss it to the left side.
Oh, great job on the
Not sure who that
end.
was that was number 2, Heeman there, and Blake 6 just overpowers his man
Great
and
job.
brings down the ball carrier all in one motion.
Great job on the defensive end. You know, you have to contain, you have to turn everything back to the inside, but taking on the offensive player, getting 1 yard deep, and then having the wherewithal to not only shed your blocker, but make a tackle as well. That was a tough play.
Yeah, great job there for the Eagles by Blake 6 as Albia still trying to get the play in. I think they might have to burn their final timeout here if they're not quicker to the ball here. 7 seconds on the play clock.
Looks like they're going to try to get it off if they can, but time's ticking. 3, 2.
Yeah, they're trying to call it. They didn't get it. I think they may have gotten it. They did get the Pella Motors timeout called there for Albia. But we'll stay right here in case you missed it. Presented by the Veterinary, the Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Nate, I think we just had to look at it. It's been a master class by this Eagles team with the exception of one busted coverage. They've had, they have controlled the line of scrimmage, it feels like. They've controlled the ball. They've controlled the tempo. They have controlled it to take this 29-8 lead over Albia.
Yeah, they've thrown the ball well. They've passed the ball well. They've caught the ball well. The defense has been doing a good job out there. Albia's had a couple times where they looked like they were going to get in the rhythm, but penalties playing a little bit of a factor for Albia.
Penalties will kill you. And we have unfortunately seen that a time or two here this season if you're an Eagles fan. So, you're grateful that it's not happening to you here in this one. But, that's just the nature of it.
4 minutes left in the half.
And Albia back on the field here. One receiver to the left, 3 to the right. It's going to be number 11, Pickrell, rolling to his right. He's going to end up pulling it down as there was nothing open down the field, and he'll fall forward to the 21-yard line. That'll gain 8 yards back, but still has Albia behind the sticks here with a 3rd and 7 coming up here.
Good contact by Kakmarinsky out there on the tackle. Play clock winding down a little bit.
Yeah, 5, and Albia has no timeouts. They'll get the snap off, but Pickrell left the football on the ground as a low snap, didn't pick it up. And that's going to bring up 4th down and long as Pella Christian now going to take a timeout with 3:06 to go in the quarter and see if they can't tack something on here.
Yeah, the ball hit the ground. Pickerel's only choice was just to fall on it.
I don't know why I have Lewis Central for Norwalk. That's incorrect. That should be Urbandale. But we have our first score update there. 6-0 Norwalk over Urbandale. 2:53 to go in the first quarter. So there you go.
Lewis Central might have been quite a haul for him.
Yeah, as I said, I know they've played Lewis Central in the past, so I don't know where I got that, but I guess we're showing off my intelligence level a little bit here, my reading comprehension, but we'll make an adjustment, make sure that we get that right for the rest of the night. But Pella Motors timeout taken here by Pella Christian. Again, that's the Pella Motors timeout. And at Pella Motors, you're going to drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. Landon Nunakoven's going to go back to return the punt here from Bryson Reed.
And the Eagles able to stop the clock there with the timeout.
Yeah, 28-0 in a Pingles Home Store Instant Radio update. Newton leads Grinnell at halftime. Newton had 4 possessions. They scored on all 4.
Wow.
So great start for Newton. Reed back to punt, nearly got blocked by Evan Van Arendonk. As this punt gets a beautiful bounce for Albia, flips the field a little bit here. As Pella Christian will get the ball at the 31.
Wasn't a very good punt, but an opportunistic roll for Albia, and this is probably, I would say, the Eagles' worst field position of the night. As far as starting a drive?
Because Volk got him across. I think they were at the 35 after.
Could have been.
Because Volk had the return to the 45 and they got backed up.
Yeah, on the penalty.
So you're right about where you had. So, Eagles have shown they can move the ball down the field, though. Pingles Home Store Instant Radio update, Pella 17, Clear Creek Amana 7, just before halftime there. You're going to do senior night stuff here coming up in a little bit. But Pella Christian in firm control here with 2:53 to go in the quarter. Ritzert fakes the swing pass to Nunakoven. Now Ritzert keeping it. He's across the 40, across the 50, 40, at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Brecken Ritzert, 69 yards. Ritzert to the house.
Talk about yards after contact. I think he broke a tackle in the backfield.
And
yeah, he did.
We've got a problem though.
We got a penalty.
It's a flag. Oh,
imagine that.
We got all excited at another flag. It's going against the Eagles.
And we just got to do it again, huh?
Yeah, so the Eagles' 69-yard touchdown run is erased. That was a great run by Ritzert. Great job.
He was going to run out of bounds, and I think about half the Albia team did as well.
Yeah, he tie-roped the sidelines perfectly there, but a hold called against, I think it was Flagel on the block there on the outside. They say springboarded. Ritzert. Flagel's disappointed with himself that he cost him that. So.
Yeah, he's just out there trying to make a block.
Yep, exactly right. You'll take a flag like that if you're a coach. Oh, and we've got unfortunate news from Newton. Lightning delay.
Oh.
At halftime. Williamsburg continuing to roll against Knoxville, now up 27-0 in a Pingles Home Store Instant Radio update. Handoff's going to go to Nunakoven, who continues to battle. The flag brought Pella Christian to a first and 13 at the 27 because of where the foul occurred. Nunakoven's run got the 3 yards back, and back at the original line of scrimmage goes the Pella Christian offense.
The Eagles may be okay with running some clock down here now.
Yeah, 2:15 to go in the quarter, or in the second quarter, first half, if you will. Ritzert in the shotgun. He's looking to throw. Fires for Riley Vincent.
Ooh, takes a shot.
Yeah, Vincent took a huge hit right in the midsection. He is still down right now, and we're going to get an official timeout there. He took a huge hit there from the corner.
Peyton Major for Albia.
That's sounds about right, but he
Yeah, it was a perfectly legal hit, but Major got there after the ball, but
and
he was exposed. He was
Yeah.
up there in the air, going up high, going vertical, and
Vincent
can't defend yourself up there.
Oh yeah, Vincent popped right back up. He's running across, but yeah, Ritzert left that ball high. Made Vincent put his hands above his head to go catch that ball, and he paid the price for
Tough thing
that
is
ball.
you can't even see the defender coming at you when you're focused on the ball and your back's to him.
Yeah, he took a shoulder pad right to the midsection and got driven into the turf.
Yeah,
and turf is not as soft as everyone thinks it is. So Elias Keegan comes on to replace Vincent, at least for this play. As it'll be 3rd and 10 for Pella Christian at their own 31-yard line.
Albia moving a bunch of guys up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they were going to bring the blitz as Ritzert going to roll out to his right and looking to throw. He's got a man wide open downfield.
Wow.
That's his younger brother, Hudson Ritzert, who makes the catch.
And they're giving it to him.
He was
he
able
bobbled
to
it a little bit. I don't know if he got his feet. He definitely caught the ball.
He
was
definitely
right
looked down to see if he got 1 foot down. You can
Yeah.
see him. There's flags in the middle of the field. I think it's against Albia for holding, but it's going to be declined because Hudson Ritzert with a nice catch on the sideline. It is holding on the Albia defense. I think that's the 4th one of the night against Albia's defense, but regardless, doesn't matter. Hudson Ritzert catches it at the at the Albia 46-yard line.
You think that's how they've been drawing it up in the backyard for years?
Probably. Love the brother-to-brother connection there. Is Pella Christian back to pass. Ritzert looking for Ritzert. Ritzert makes the catch into the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Ritzert puts Pella Christian up 35-8.
Yeah, that's cool too. With throwing a touchdown pass to your brother on your last home football game on the.
I say there's two people here in the crowd tonight that are happier than anybody else in the field. That's Joe and Amanda Ritzert.
That's fun.
Oh man, what a play! Pella Christian extends the lead even further, 35-8, 138.
Just when you think they're going to be okay with running some clock off, they put a couple pass plays together from Ritzert to Ritzert.
Absolutely, that is just an awesome connection there. As Caleb Volk will put the snap down, and Dallas Ford will boot the extra point up and through. I don't know. We're gonna have.
There was a little
it looks like
extracurricular after the play down there with those two.
Yeah, it looks like they're talking to Wheelard and Bryson Reed, maybe.
And they're going to shake hands and hustle back to their sideline.
Yep, so 36-8 with 1:38 to go in the second quarter. Back in the Element Windows and Siding radio broadcast booth after this on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Lance Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
As the leaves fall and temperatures drop, make sure your home stays cozy with Vanderlinden Services, your York certified dealer. Our expert technicians ensure your furnace is ready for winter's chill. Schedule a tune-up today and enjoy peace of mind all season long. Call me, Austin Vanderlinden, at 641-780-0193 to schedule an appointment, or visit vanderlindenservices.com. Stay warm with York. Stay confident with Vanderlinden Services. The best for the job.
Welcome back here on KNIA, KRLS.com as the rain starts to fall here in Pella. Nice, quick little
nice little
shower that has moved in here. We're going to make sure we get the window closed up here to the booth to keep all of our electronics dry for the most part here. But we've got minute 26 to go in the second quarter. Pella Christian with a 36-8 lead over the Blue Demons of Albia, as Helm has come off the field pretty much entirely at quarterback. It's been Pickrell for the most part.
Yeah.
So he'll take the snap and he
the
drops
ball must
it.
be getting slick.
Yep, and Jack Kelderman races into the backfield and rips him down inside the 15-yard line back at the 14. And a Pella Motors timeout going to be taken by Pella Christian with 1:14 to go in the second quarter. So here in the Pella Motors timeout, we've got to come back and highlight it too. Our Rando Roofing raised the roof moment of the game. Ritzert to Ritzert, first time we've gotten that this year, as Brecken Ritzert finding Hudson Ritzert for that last touchdown. Your raised the roof moment of the game is presented as always by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Do have some Pingles Home Store Instant Radio updates to give real quick too. Norwalk leads Urbandale 6-0 after one quarter. Pella leading Clear Creek Amana 17-7 at halftime. Williamsburg 27, Knoxville 0, 2:50 to go in the first quarter, and that's where we are at.
2nd and 22 after the sack.
And it's going to be
and PC's all over it.
A handoff to, I believe that was Buckingham. And a quick Pella Motors timeout taken by Pella Christian there after the hand up to Buckingham, got up to the 12, or goes backwards.
Like Boonder on the tackle.
Yeah, it looks like he went backwards.
Yeah.
It marked it at the 12. So it's going to bring up 3rd and a quarter mile for the first 10 tonight. 22 yards there, but in case, as we mentioned it, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Eagles are firing on all cylinders here tonight as they try to secure that 4th spot in Class 2A District 7 and make their way into the postseason. I mean, it just feels like anything the Eagles do has paid off with the exception of one busted coverage.
Yep. Yeah, they're playing some good football, and they're finishing the half well, and they've obviously got something to play for tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and they have been the aggressors here all night against this.
And Albia's coming out, maybe hanging their heads a little bit lower as they come back to the ball to finish up the half here with a minute left.
Yeah, I'd say it's been a discouraging half for the Blue Demons here. It'll be Pickrell rolling to his right. He's going to get to the edge. He's going to fake the throw. Drops the shoulder and is pushed out of bounds at the 20. They're going to say the 22? Yeah, 22-yard line. And so the clock should stop because he went out of bounds. I think we're going to maybe get some time put on the clock.
Eagles bringing in a whole slew of substitutions.
Yeah, I think they're saying there should be 57 seconds as the punt unit comes on. Yeah, because the clock should have stopped. So the Eagles got to get a full 57 seconds now to try to increase this lead going into the halftime break.
Wouldn't that be something?
And the punt is away. It's Landon Nunakoven moving back. He'll make the catch. Makes one guy miss near midfield. He's at the 45, puts the shoulder down and gets it up to the 41-yard line. It might be the 42. We'll see where they give him the spot. And they will give him the 41. So the Eagles, they have 47 seconds to go, 41 yards to try to increase this lead before the half. And
maybe is the scoreboard correct? No timeouts for
Yeah, I'd say both teams have burnt all the timeouts. So going to be interesting to see here. It looks like the rain may have stopped for now. I don't see raindrops, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out, but here we go. Pella Christian with 47 seconds to go, 41 yards. Ritzert rolling to his right and looking to throw. He's looking for Caleb Volk, and it looks like he sailed that one just a little bit.
Not a bad decision there by Ritzert.
Yep.
Coverage was good. Stopped the clock with an incompletion.
Yeah, it looks like Hudson and him just communicating, trying to make sure they're on the same page here. So now 42 seconds left in the half as Pella Christian leads Albia 36-8. It's first half winding down. Nanakoven in the backfield with Ritzert. Ritzert with 4 receivers out wide. Ritzert back to pass. Finds a hole at the middle. He's going to take off and run with it. He's at the 35, makes one guy miss. And he gets across the 25 to the 20, finally goes out of bounds at the 15.
If he was working his way to that sideline to try to stop
and a late hit on number 26, Bo Buckingham, is well after the play. He just shoves Ritzert out of bounds. So this is going to be a half the distance of the goal. So the Eagles are going to go from the 15 to the 7.5 here with 32 seconds to play. Pella Christian leads at 36-8 after the really late hit by Bo Buckingham.
Yeah, he was way out of bounds.
So that'll be after the play. Should be half the distance to the goal here on top of that.
The ball is outside the 15-yard line. I mean, I don't know if it's right on it or if it's.
Yeah, I think it's on the. It's gonna go down to I think like the 7.5.
So they're going, yeah.
Yep, they do put it at the 7.5.
Outside the 15, then.
Yeah, so
you could be looking at
first and goal for Pella Christian here in the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Bengals home starts to radio update. Williamsburg scores again, 34-0 over Knoxville with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. Pella Christian trying to make it a potential running clock situation here as Ritzert back to pass. And he's going to find Gilbert Flagel, who does some nice acrobatics, moves the 6'6" frame to go down and get it, and contort his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Pella Christian, with 27 seconds to go in the first half.
Those were some really good routes by those two guys on the outside. It was almost like a rub route or a pick route.
Yeah, and a great job there by Gilbert Flagel. 6'6", goes down and gets the ball and somehow contorts to get the ball across the line of scrimmage before hitting the ground.
6'6" athlete, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's a tremendous athlete, and that was just a phenomenal play by the senior Flagel to get Pella Christian a 34-point lead here. And the extra point is up and good for Dallas Ford, make it 35-point difference. 43-8 with 27 seconds to go in the half. Back inside the Element Setting Windows radio broadcast booth after this on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
As an international family business in the agricultural sector, we spend every day at Lely in the pursuit of making farmers' lives easier with innovative products and tailored services. We offer solutions for nearly all activities on a dairy farm, from milking and feeding to caring and cleaning. We provide advice on how to intellectually organize a dairy farm with the use of smart management systems. Our vision, along with the needs and demands of our clients, are what drive and inspire us. We're Lely, with our North American headquarters in Pella, and we're proud to be part of the community.
Every photograph tells a story, but I believe that your story deserves more than a quick edit and trendy filter. Hi, this is Michelle Gritters with Lux Photography, and I hand edit every image, carefully crafting even the smallest details. Light is refined, color is balanced, and motion is enhanced. These aren't just pictures, they're heirlooms brought to life with an artist's touch. Schedule an appointment for your family or senior photo session by going to michellegritters.com, where your story becomes a masterpiece.
Welcome back here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Element Sighting Windows radio broadcast booth. Dallas Ford back to kick. It'll be caught by Eli Hilton. He's across the 20. He's looking for some space. Makes it out across the 25 to about the 28, 29-yard line, somewhere in there. Looks like they're going to say the 29. So Albia at the 29. And if you're Pella Christian at this point, it's, let them run the ball a little bit and let them run clock because they can't stop it. Just don't give up the big play there. I guess I forgot about the running clock. Nope. So, nope. There's not. Nope. I just say they stopped the clock there because I think they had to set the chains. No one. They say, yeah. We've got an issue here with the clock. We're gonna get it squared away. Everyone got confused. The clock ran out, but it was because of I think a miscommunication because you are at the running clock point, but you do have to give them a chance to set the chains there for the first offensive play. I would not be shocked, though, if Albia comes out and just kneels it, knowing you've got to go, 71 yards to try to do anything here. They're not going to do that. They're going to line up ready to go. They're going to try to run the play here with 11 seconds.
Nope.
Interesting formation for a kneel, but Pickrell's going to take the knee. Pella Christian goes into the half up 43-8. Back after this on KNIAKRLS.com and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel with the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show after this.
Fall is here, and at Brown Shoe Fit in Pella, we are ready. We have fall shoes and boots arriving daily. Brown Shoe Fit in Pella has a great selection of fall Dansko, Bourne, and Joseph Seibel shoes and boots. And Sorel boots are in stock now at Brown Shoe Fit Pella, so don't wait. Don't forget to check out Brown Shoe Fit Pella for walking and running shoes, too. We carry the best brands like Brooks, Hoka, On, and New Balance. Brown Shoe Fit Pella carries a great selection of purses, too, from Hobo and Bagolini. Brown Shoe Fit Pella, be good to your feet.
Hey, night owls, no need to burn the weld wire at both ends, so to speak. Vermeer has second and third shift welding positions open now. Pick the shift that fits your life and bring your best work. We're talking great pay, solid benefits, and a team that's got your back. At Vermeer, your impact matters. You're valued from day one. Ready to spark something new? Visit VermeerJobs.com or text 641-900-6178.
Mama and Dad are going to love this. Pingle's Home Store has appliances now. Refrigerators, washers, dryers, everything for our house. And Pingle's still has the best stuff for kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms, and bedrooms, too. New appliances and the same great service. Awesome!
Now at Pingle's Home Store, top brand appliances, refrigerators, washers, dryers, and more. Pingle's Home Store is now your appliance headquarters, too.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game.
Adam Kekmarinsky in the open space. He's at the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown. How about a Randall Roofing Raise the Roof moment of the game for your first career varsity touchdown, Mr. Adam Kekmarinsky.
Randy Jarzambek here, owner of Randall Roofing. Randall Roofing is your full-service roofing and gutter contractor specializing in replacements, new construction, and repairs in South Central Iowa. We partner with CertainTeed to elevate your home's protection using industry-leading technologies.
Hearthstone and Pella is looking for CNAs for first, second, and third shifts, and they're eager to invest in you. There's a healthy shift differential for evening and overnight CNAs, plus a sign-on bonus for both full-time and part-time. This could be a perfect opportunity for a student looking for evening or weekend work, as Hearthstone also offers tuition reimbursement for higher education. To learn more or to apply, visit wesleylife.org/Hearthstone and click Join Our Team.
This is Craig with Pella Motors, and now's the time to upgrade and save big. Get up to $12,500 off a 2025 Grand Cherokee L Limited, $10,500 off a 25 Silverado 1500 CR2, or $9,500 off a 2025 Suburban, or $17,200 off a Ram 2500 Laramie. Plus, you can get 110% of Kelly Blue Book Fair Trade value for your trade-in. Visit us at PellaMotors.com today.
Hi, this is Lonnie Desort with Two Rivers Cooperative. We are excited to announce that we now have diesel exhaust fluid available at our Cartrell fuel station in Pella. For those of you filling with our premium diesel and your engines require DEF, we invite you to fill up at Two Rivers Cooperative, where you can conveniently dispense DEF at pump numbers 1 and 2. As always, we appreciate you supporting the only locally owned fuel station in Pella, Two Rivers Cooperative, where we offer premium products at a competitive price.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
The Pella Hy-Vee and Tyson's present Prizes in the Hay and Trick or Treat next Saturday, October 25th. The event starts at 10 a.m. The kids from pre-K through 5th grade are invited to come dressed in costume and hunt for prizes in the hay in the parking lot between 10 and 11. From 10 to 1, you can trick or treat inside Hy-Vee for candy, enjoy free samples, and warm up with hot apple cider. It's Prizes in the Hay and Trick or Treat next Saturday starting at 10 o'clock at your Pella Hy-Vee.
At Integrity Comfort Solutions, we've been your local, trusted experts on new construction, plumbing, heating, and cooling for over 50 years. We're excited to now offer service. Don't let a breakdown disrupt your comfort. Let our expert team get you back on track. Call us at 641-628-4093 or visit integrity-comfort.com and let our experts work for you. Integrity Comfort Solutions. Let's get comfortable.
Welcome back here to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, there's no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean Ward and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Pella Christian leading Albia 43-8 here at the break, and joined again by our intern Justin McLaughlin. Justin, a really, really big showing for Pella Christian in a gotta-have-it game. And just overall a great half of football for Pella Christian.
Yeah, really good job for them controlling the controllables that they can do right there. I mean, they're taking advantage of Albia with the numerous low snaps they've had all throughout the first half. I wasn't keeping a tally of the penalties that they had, but I mean it was way more than you'd see in a game between any two teams that you'd see in this conference. So, ton of mistakes by Albia and a great job by the Eagles here for capitalizing on those mistakes.
Yeah, they have done a great job of, taking advantage of Albia unforced errors, if you will. And let's see if our statisticians actually have penalties for us. They do. Albia with 7 of those in the first half for 60 yards. Just a lot of penalties against Albia and a lot of unforced penalties as well, as Nate Van Dyke joins us again here in the booth after stepping out for a minute. But as we mentioned it, just Albia, too many unforced errors, too many mistakes. Pella Christian just they've not hurt themselves in the ways that they have in years past or in weeks past with some of these mistakes, and they've just done a great job overall of controlling what they can control, as Justin said.
Yeah, I think Pella Christian might be playing some of their best football right now, and it's a good time of the year to be doing that at this point. You go into the locker room and you finish the game now. You don't be careless with the football. You're smart with the ball, but at the same time you don't want to give Nunakoven 20 carries in the second half. You want to be healthy going into the postseason, but you got to finish this one first.
Yeah, as healthy as you can be, at least, right? I mean, You're kind of you've been kind of beat up here, but be as healthy as you can for next week. But you look at, the way that things played out in the first half, they couldn't have gone much better. As we look at our second half adjustments, I think you said it best there, Nate, when we look at our adjustments, and Justin, you could chime in on this as well. It feels like you don't necessarily need to tweak too much. It's more so just that mentality adjustment of, you go back and you look at the last, few weeks and you see a 2-point loss against South Tame, but you see a game where, you had things to clean up against Centerville. You were in that game. PCM trainer, you let those slip away. You had another 1-point loss to Pleasantville. You just needed a couple of those things go right. Now you look at this game, you don't take the foot off the gas. You learn from those mistakes, continue, make that adjustment mentally to make sure that you stay sharp going into next week.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter who steps on the field at this point. If they send a backup or a sub in the game, they're still playing football as hard as they can play.
Exactly right. And so that's our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. If it's time for a new garage door for your home or business, stop and see the gurus of garage doors at their new showroom at 908 Roosevelt Road, just west of Pella Christian High School. As you're listening to Pella Christian Football on KNIAKRLS.com and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. And we will be back with the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show for tires, front end work. There are no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean Ward and his crew next to Walmart and Pella at Central Tire and Auto. We'll be back after this. Pella Christian up 43-8 at halftime over Albia. for Albia.
Something spooky is brewing at Scooter's Coffee in Pella. All month, pumpkin haunts your favorite drinks. Lattes, smoothies, and more. Dare to try the oatmeal cream pie drink. Or survive the zombie apocalypse Red Bull infusion. Or maybe sink your fangs into the caramel apple infusion. Then treat yourself with the Caramelicious Muffin, Pumpkin Cheesecake Bite, or Southwest Steak Omelet Bite. Only at Scooter's Coffee in Pella. Amazing drinks, amazing people, amazingly fast.
At Netherlanders Tap and Golf in Pella, we have 3 golf simulator bays to keep your game in top form, or just swing the sticks and have a little fun. Whether you're playing one of the top courses around the world, hitting the driving range, or enjoying one of our mini games, there's plenty of options available. And we have several deals available too, like happy hour golf from 2 to 5 every Tuesday through Friday for just $20 an hour, and Sunday Fun Day golf for just $10 an hour. Call today and reserve your bay, or stop in at Netherlanders Tap and Golf in Pella.
There's a place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and Dutch architecture providing a classic old-world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengraat. The Molengraat is home to some of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
It was a great season at the Knoxville Raceway with a lot of memories made and 3 drivers winning a track championship with Austin McCarl in the 410s, Tasker Phillips in the 360s, and Jay Kinder in the Pro Sprints. Now it's time to celebrate theirs and all drivers with the season championship banquet November 22nd at Prairie Meadows in Altoona. Tickets are $55 each through November 12th. Just go to KnoxvilleRaceway.com to order. Celebrate the 2025 Knoxville Raceway season at the Awards Banquet November 22nd at Prairie Meadows in Altoona.
As you're planning or even dreaming about that next big project, make sure to talk to the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service in Pella. A new garage door can give your home a spectacular new look. And if you're thinking about building a new house, the garage door can be a centerpiece of your masterpiece. Get started planning today and stop by their showroom at 908 Roosevelt Road in Pella.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We specialize in sales, installation, and service of garage doors. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
If you're like a lot of local businesses, you know it's important to have a presence on social media, but you don't have time to put any real thought into it or actually post regularly. At KNIA KRLS, we offer social media management through our Iowa Digital Connect division. You'll have a dedicated strategist who will come up with content ideas based on your goals and objectives and then make the posts for you on a consistent basis. If you have a sales representative that you already work with, just ask them about our social media management options or reach out to us online at iowadigitalconnect.com.
Welcome back here to the Central Time Auto Radio halftime show here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. We honor the seniors here on senior night on Eagle Lane. A lot of seniors to recognize here. We're recognizing the cross-country team. We recognize girls swimming, which co-ops through Oskaloosa, one of our 2 swimmers there. She's a senior. Had a chance to talk with her earlier this week. The interview actually posted at 7 o'clock tonight, so you can go find that on our website. You had cheerleading, the Shine Dance team. It's also senior night for football. It looks like the football players are in the locker room, though, focused up on the second half. But I just got to say that this is the second class I've seen, freshman through senior. Been really fun getting to know them. Not quite ready for the fall to wrap up at this point. I think they also recognized marching band and some band students as well, but definitely not ready for this senior class to move into the winter as they near graduation. They've been a part of a lot of big moments. Think about last year, helping see in that group. I see at least 3 or 4 different members that ran at the state track and field meet and winning the Pella Christian girls' first ever state championship, I think, in any sport is, if I'm remembering that right. But
you're right.
As I say, it was a special year for that. A lot of big moments for this senior class. So, thankfully, we still got postseason play. Still a lot of opportunities for these seniors to keep going. But, a very fun night to kind of honor their contributions here on Eagle Lane.
Great to see so many bodies out there as well. Such good participation here at at Pella Christian, and hopefully you'll see them in the winter or the spring, because school this size, there's a lot of if you're going to be good, you got to be a multi-sport athlete.
And we got plenty of those. We got, another thing too. They don't go out there necessarily for senior night, but a lot of seniors that are doing the musical as well. Yeah, that's coming up here at the end of the month. The Sound of Music over here at Pella Christian High School. So, got to be a great end of the fall and transition into the winter ahead here. But as we mentioned, you're looking at a great fall participation, as Nate mentioned there. Let's go into our Inside the Numbers, delivered by Pella Fiber. And we'll start with the stats for the teams. Pella Christian kind of dominating in just about all of the phases here in the stats. They have 13-5. They're 13-5 on first downs to Albia. 2 for 2 on third down. Albia 0 for 6. Pella Christian 297 total yards of offense, 175 for Albia. Pella Christian thrown for 142, rush for 155. Albia passed for 94, rush for 81. Penalties, Pella Christian 4 for 35 yards. Albia 7 for 52 yards. Albia with the lone turnover in this game. And you want to hear the craziest stat of all, Nate? The one stat that Pella Christian does not win the game in.
Let's hear
it. Time of possession. 9 minutes and 36 seconds. Pella Christian hung 43 points on the board. Albia had the ball for 20 minutes, 36 seconds in the first half.
Not a lot of long, sustained drives.
No.
You look at that second quarter, and we were scoring bang, bang, bang.
Actually, I'm going to take that back. That's not going to be accurate. 14 minutes, I think, because you got 12 and a half. So 29 or 30 is not going to add up there. So I think they would be at 14 in that case. But I mean, regardless, that's impressive for Pella Christian.
Well, if you look at that field position too, Pella Christian's had the ball, on
average
the right side of the 40.
Yeah, they've been in prime spots all night long. Looking at the numbers here for the Eagles, Brecken Ritzert 7 of 10 passing, 142 the yardage total for 3 touchdowns. Ritzert also 6 rushes, 84 yards and a touchdown. Nunakoven 12 rushes, 71 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hudson Ritzert 2 catches, 69 yards, a touchdown. Riley Vincent 2 catches, 46 yards, a touchdown. Caleb Volk 2 catches, 19 yards. Gilbert Flagel 1 catch, 8 yards, touchdown. And Garrett Wheelard and Brecken Ritzert each with 5 tackles defensively to lead the way. A strong half there. That's Inside the Numbers, delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join today at PellaFiber.com. We'll go ahead and take another time out here on the Central Town Auto Radio Halftime Show. And we'll be back with more coverage of Pella Christian football as they lead Albia 43-8 here at halftime when we return on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Hi, this is Allie, owner of Thistle's Flower Market. Whether you're planning a wedding, hosting an event, or looking to brighten someone's day, let us help you make it unforgettable. From stunning wedding florals to everyday gift deliveries, we're here to bring joy and beauty to your special moments. Located in downtown Pella, Thistle's has been serving our community for almost 40 years. Thistle's Flower Market, making every moment unforgettable.
As fall sports and activities start up again, being able to move without pain is essential. The experts at Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy have the experience and knowledge to help you put an end to your pain and reach your full potential. With our passion for restoring hope through movement, we tailor an exercise program to fit your specific needs and goals. Kinetic Edge has clinics located in Pella, Newton, Oskaloosa, Albia, Centerville, Colfax, Des Moines, and Ames. Find out more at kineticedgept.com.
Hi, this is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body. It's deer season again, and I know from experience that whether you're in your car or in the timber, there's one out there with your name on it. They always say if a deer jumps out in front of you, aim right at it. The good and bad of that is that some of you will be visiting your local meat locker, and the rest will be visiting us at Langstrad Auto Body. Whether it's a deer or some unfortunate accident, you know that Langstrad Auto Body is there for you with a lifetime written warranty and satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
This is Holden DeVries with Aspen Outdoor Services. We want to be your go-to partner for lawn care, landscaping, and property maintenance. We offer full scope of outdoor services, including mowing, spraying, trimming, yard cleanup, and landscaping. This fall we will be busy cleaning up leaves and during the winter, we offer snow removal for both residential and commercial customers. We're here to make your outdoor project simple and stress-free. Get started today by visiting AspenOutdoorsPella.com.
CPAs are known for doing things by the numbers, but the accountants at Van Manen, Seastra, Meyer, and Nickel go beyond the numbers. They are committed to their clients to bring the best advice at competitive prices to ensure that you get the best service to meet your needs. They'll stand behind you in case you would ever need help, unlike most of the do-it-yourself tax services, with year-round advice for any life changes that may happen. And if you're unhappy with your current service, they are accepting new clients with a smooth and seamless transition.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seastra, Meyer, and Nickel.
Being part of a cooperative means being part of something special. We're owned by our members and work for people, not profits. We provide electricity, but also provide more than just electrons for our community. We support our community, give back through business loans, provide college scholarships, and much more. In October, Pella Cooperative Electric is celebrating National Co-op Month along with 40,000 other cooperative businesses nationwide who collectively serve more than 120 million people. Looking out for you, we're Pella Cooperative Electric.
Welcome back here on KNIA-KRLS.com and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. It is the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Pella Christian dominating Albia 43-8 here at the half. And, kind of a shocking result here, Nate. Albia just coming into this game, you knew what was on the line. It was winning in. And, Albia got into a little bit of a deficit early there. And, it kind of just felt like they kind of imploded. A lot of unforced errors with penalties, missed snaps. Really, Pella Christian has played well, so I am not saying that, but just kind of a.
You thought it was going to be closer than what it is.
Yeah. Well, and just the discipline. There's a lack of discipline. There's just some.
But that momentum's a huge thing there too. Sometimes guys get their hats down a little bit if a couple calls don't go their way, or if they get down by a couple scores. So we'll get to see how Albia reacts coming out of halftime. But on paper the game looked like it was going to be a pretty close one.
Right now, Pella Christian is taking the sideline. There's been conversations between the. I saw there was a conversation between Coach. Huber and Coach Marinsky just a minute ago with some of the officials.
There's an official on the Pella Christian sideline right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, the camera flashes. The camera flash out in the distance there, might be what it is.
I had to take a double take. I thought it was lightning for a second.
Yeah, no, that really bright camera flash out there beyond the Pella Sports Park. We didn't see it.
Right. So now
we're waiting to see what we've got here.
That'd be unfortunate with the delay, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's not what we want to see here tonight. Do have some Pingles Homestar Insta Radio updates to give. Knoxville trails at Williamsburg 48-0 at halftime. Again, we're still awaiting word on what's going to happen here.
So it looks like the referee's talking to the someone gave him a headset, and he's talking to somebody up here.
Yeah, it looks like he's probably talking to the administrators to figure out where we're at in terms of how close those camera flashes are to the stadium. Pella Christian's running out to line up for the kickoff, so they're convinced we're going to play.
Otherwise, I think it's a half hour, isn't it?
Yeah. Continue on our Pingles Homestar Insta Radio update. Norwalk 13, Urbandale 0. 6:39 to go in the second quarter. As I mentioned, Williamsburg 48, Knoxville 0 at halftime. Pella 24, Clear Creek Amana 24, or Pella 24, Clear Creek Amana 7. 9:28 to go in the third quarter. Emmanuel Deers with a 1-yard touchdown run. He now has 206 yards rushing on the night. We are ready to go. You've been listening to the Central Town Auto Radio halftime show for tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart and Pella. Okay, we're figuring out the lightning situation, but Adam Kekmarinsky gets the kickoff. He's got a hole. He's at the 40, at the 40, 50, cuts back across the field at the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Adam Kekmarinsky going the distance to start off the half. Landon Nunakovic did it like they're talking with Rich Kekmarinsky as the two of them were there. And Landon's like, that was going to be mine, but Adam got the ball. They're kind of having fun.
It pours. They're just pouring it on right now.
Yeah, 49-8 with 11:46 to go in the third quarter. And Jacob Harmon going to give Nate the explanation here as to what we've got. So, but 49-8, as I say, I was trying to get that from Jacob right as the kickoff was getting set, but what a start to the half for this Pella Christian football team here inside the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth on KNIAKRLS.com. Dallas Ford going to come on to attempt the point after, and they're going to fake it. It's Volk rolling out to the right, and face mask going to be called as 3 flags thrown out there on Bryson Reed, bringing down Volk by the face mask.
Was this a designed fake?
I don't know. But regardless, it's going to put Pella Christian at the 1.5.
Kind of an interesting time to...
It's 49-8 Pella Christian leading with 11:46 to go in the third. But they are calling for the extra point here to make it 50. Pingle's Home Store Instant Radio update. Norwalk 13, Urbandale 3 at halftime. (49-8) as Dallas Ford going to attempt the point after. It's a low kick, and it still manages to make its way through.
They can't do anything wrong tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, that one did not, it didn't look pretty, but doesn't have to, as Dallas Ford makes it a 50-8 ball game over Albia. And, yeah, we're get ready for the kickoff here as Albia just kind of limp into the finish line here in this one. So what did you find out from Jacob? I was trying to figure out what he was saying, but it was hard with the kickoff.
It sounds like if there is a lightning delay at some point during this game, the word that I got was that the game will stop and not continue. We'll finish it with this current score.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, as I say, I don't know that I'm...
And there's guidelines sent out by the state and rules, and I'm not up to date on what it is with the Iowa High School Athletic Association, but...
Yeah, I have no idea, but they did just see a lightning strike. They just called it.
The players are going to the sideline, and...
They just called ball game. Pella Christian's going to the playoffs, folks. How about we get another Randall Roofing Raise the Roof moment of the game as in a bizarre set of circumstances, Pella Christian is going to the playoffs for the 18th consecutive season with a lightning-shortened win over Albia by a final score of 50-8. What a bizarre night here on Eagle Lane, but we're going to take it regardless. We'll be back to wrap things up after this on KNIAKRLS.com.
At Pella Corporation, we're building brighter futures for our customers, team members, and communities. We foster an inclusive culture where unique perspectives are valued and contribute to our success. With opportunities for innovation, collaboration, and growth, Pella is more than a workplace. It's a place to belong and thrive. Join us and let's build brighter futures together, including your own. Because at Pella Corporation, we're building more than just windows and doors.
Bruxford's Home Center in Pella is your appliance headquarters, featuring Electrolux, GE, LG, Frigidaire, Bosch, Speed Queen, Maytag, KitchenAid, and more. There's no need to drive to the big city and the big box stores because we have just as big of a selection. We offer delivery as well as haul away of your old appliances, and we're right here locally for service after the sale. For your next appliance purchase, come see us at Bruxford's Home Center, 405 Truman Road in Pella.
Pella Cinemas proudly presents the inspirational true story, Soul on Fire, rated PG. A tragic accident leaves 9-year-old John with burns over 100% of his body, but he recovers and grows to be a motivational speaker, inspiring millions. Or strap in for the jaw-dropping big screen visuals with Tron Ares. And Channing Tatum delivers the most charismatic performance of his career as a real-life gentleman bandit in Roofman, rated R. For a list of showtimes, visit Pella-Cinemas.com and enjoy a movie at Pella Cinemas.
Nearly 3,000 homes in Pella are enjoying 1 gig of fast, reliable fiber internet from Pella Fiber. Why not you? It's only $75 a month with no contract, no installation fees, no data caps, and no throttling. And if there's ever an issue with your service, Pella Fiber is a local utility with local employees to get it fixed quickly. Make the switch today and join the nearly 3,000 homes in Pella getting a gig for just $75 a month by going to PellaFiber.com.
Whether it's navigating the uncharted waters of being a first-time business owner, expanding your business to meet growing demand, or investing in ways to propel your business to new heights, Bank Iowa can help you and your business take the next step, no matter how large or small it may be. So anything you can imagine, let's make it happen. Bank Iowa, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Pella and Pella Christian fans, if you need new gear, look no further than Phil Hemming and his team at BSN Sports.
If you have a student at Pella Christian, you probably have gotten an email with a link to our website, but you also have the option, there's some other options outside the web store that they'll personalize gear. And Pella Christian is actually doing a 365 sideline store this year, something that's going to be open 24/7, 365 for their program, to just give people another option.
BSN Sports, a proud apparel partner of KNIA KRLS Radio.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust in Knoxville supports all the Marion County athletic teams and athletes competing this year and encourages them to be the best they can by giving 100% effort in everything they do. The values of hard work, sportsmanship, and perseverance will help them not only on the field but in life for years to come. When you want these values in your automotive service, look no further than Raceway Tire and Exhaust, your one-stop auto headquarters located at 1318 West Bell Avenue in Knoxville, or at racewaytireandexhaust.com.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust. We got what you need to get you on the go.
Welcome back here on KNIA, KRLS.com. A bizarre end as Pella Christian wins it 50-8 after Adam Kekmarinsky returns the second half opening kickoff for a touchdown. Lightning off to our, would that be our southwest. We saw the Lightning over there. The referee pointed back that way.
Southwest.
So I think southeast is where he was pointing. Or southwest, excuse me, sends this game to a final score with 11:46 to go in the third quarter. Pella Christian was in control of the game. Bizarre scenario, but not much really to add from our Central Tornado Radio halftime show, I guess, in this one. So
yeah, we just talked about the game, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, we quite literally just got back from.
I don't think the result was going to change in the second half, especially after the long kick return by Kekmarinsky.
Yeah, absolutely not. And as we mentioned, Pella Christian with the big win. They're recognizing the football seniors now who win their final game here at Pella Christian Stadium, and they are going to the postseason for an 18th consecutive year. I mean, say what you will about wins, losses, anything like that. The level of consistency built by Coach Kekmarinsky and the staff.
You can make it to the playoffs when you have a year that you're struggling a little bit to get those wins.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, the level of consistency that Coach Kekmarinsky has built with this squad is just really, really impressive. And, kudos to these seniors. There's been a lot of points this season where, you lose a game by a 2-point conversion. You got to go the next week and you got to go play another ranked team 3 hours away. Mm-hmm. And, it looks like you might have a shot against them and things kind of crumble in the second half. You play another ranked team in PCM a week later, things crumble in the second half. You go to, Centerville, you play strong, not able to keep up with a really good Centerville squad. the game against South Tama last week and lose by 1. Kudos to these seniors for continuing to push through. And, even though it hasn't necessarily been perfect all the time, doing a great job to get the Eagles back to the playoffs.
Absolutely. What a way to go out, as a senior, make a memory tonight with a pretty solid performance against Albia. And now you're playing now you're in the playoffs, and your record's 0-0, and so is the team you're playing.
Exactly right. So we're going to find out here in a little bit, but Pella Christian doing a great job there to secure their playoff spot. Let's go back to tonight's final stats presented by the Verdeft Agency. They didn't change really, with the exception of added a special teams touchdown in there. So, for Pella Christian, Brecken Ritzert 7 of 10 passing, 142 the amount of yardage, 3 touchdowns. He also ran the ball 6 times for 84 yards and a touchdown. Landon Nunakoven, 12 rushes, 71 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Hudson Ritzert was the leader with 2 catches for 69 yards and a touchdown. Riley Vincent had 2 catches for 46 yards and a touchdown. Caleb Volk, 2 catches, 19 yards. Gilbert Flagel, 1 catch, 8 yards and a touchdown. Dallas Ford made all of his extra points on the night. The Eagles also got a 2-point conversion by Landon Nunakoven. Adam Kakmarinsky with an 88-yard touchdown return on a kickoff. Landon Nunakoven, 2 punt returns, averaging 19.5 yards on the return, a long of 25. Garrett Wheeler and Brecken Ritzert each had 5 tackles to lead the way. Adam Kakmarinsky with 4. Those are tonight's final stats presented by the Verdeft Agency. And let Chad Lance or Larry examine your stats, customize an insurance plan for you. The Verdeft Agency, providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. We're going to get Coach Kakmarinsky up here once all the senior night festivities are done talking with. But Nate, we talk about that, a well-balanced attack for Pella Christian. That's one of the things that makes them dangerous, even though, you might look at that regular season record, even though it wipes away, you see what they did. They're very dangerous.
There's so many close games, though.
There's so many close games. They can do so many things, too. They proved that tonight. I mentioned it, Brecken Ritzert, 7 of 10 passing, 142, 3 touchdowns. Then he runs the ball for 84 yards and a touchdown. Nunakoven runs it for 71 and a pair of touchdowns in there. This team is so multiple. They can do so many things. They are a dangerous team on the offensive side of things. If the defense, shows up like they do tonight, they wrap up, pressure the football and all that stuff.
Hey, a 2-win team's kind of dangerous and scary in the playoffs because they're going to be going against a team that got first in their district. And I think the Pella Christian Eagles are a little bit better than their 2-6 record indicates. A team can look past you and may not be ready for a fight out there, and you can sneak up on some people.
Absolutely. And so Coach Kakmarinsky is going to go enjoy the final walk with the seniors across the field here as the Eagles, while they do qualify for the playoffs, they are on the road next week. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but the coaches have agreed to end this game due to weather with the current score and the lightning conditions here. Obviously, no one terribly shocked by them calling it, but it's just kind of a weird scenario.
Right. I didn't think I'd ever seen it before, but I remember I saw it once in 2000.
There you go.
2000, I saw a game that ended like this.
Yeah, so it's not something you see all that often, but it is how it is, and that's how that goes. So the Eagles seniors have made their way over with the coaches to the goal line to our right, and they'll make their way across. We'll highlight those seniors as they walk across the field. Are Gilbert Flagel, Garrett Wheeler, Brecken Ritzert, Ben Van Weingarten, Riley Vincent, Landon Nunakoven, Caleb Volk, Hunter Vander Linden, Toby Belzer, Blake Six, Gage Dinner, and that's your senior group for this season. A really solid group. They make their way across the field. They've meant they have enjoyed a great deal of success here at Pella Christian over their time. The last couple seasons have maybe, been a little bit tougher, more challenging here, but a group that is, had a great deal of, pride in this program and continued to battle and work through those tough times. So kudos to them as they make their way across the field, and, we get ready for next week. We're kind of stalling, waiting for Coach Kakmarinsky to come up here. So we'll take another quick timeout. We'll be back after this on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Hi, this is Allie, owner of Thistle's Flower Market. Whether you're planning a wedding, hosting an event, or looking to brighten someone's day, let us help you make it unforgettable. From stunning wedding florals to everyday gift deliveries, we're here to bring joy and beauty to your special moments. Located in downtown Pella, Thistle's has been serving our community for almost 40 years. Thistle's Flower Market, making every moment unforgettable.
As fall sports and activities start up again, being able to move without pain is essential. The experts at Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy have the experience and knowledge to help you put an end to your pain and reach your full potential. With our passion for restoring hope through movement, we tailor an exercise program to fit your specific needs and goals. Kinetic Edge has clinics located in Pella, Newton, Oskaloosa, Albia, Centerville, Colfax, Des Moines, and Ames. Find out more at kineticedgept.com.
Hi, this is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body. It's deer season again, and I know from experience that whether you're in your car or in the timber, there's one out there with your name on it. They always say if a deer jumps out in front of you, aim right at it. The good and bad of that is that some of you will be visiting your local meat locker, and the rest will be visiting us at Langstrad Auto Body. Whether it's a deer or some unfortunate accident, you know that Langstrad Auto Body is there for you with a lifetime written warranty and satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
This is Holden DeVries with Aspen Outdoor Services. We want to be your go-to partner for lawn care, landscaping, and property maintenance. We offer full scope of outdoor services, including mowing, spraying, trimming, yard cleanup, and landscaping. This fall we will be busy cleaning up leaves, and during the winter we offer snow removal for both residential and commercial customers. We're here to make your outdoor projects simple and stress-free. Get started today by visiting AspenOutdoorsPella.com.
CPAs are known for doing things by the numbers, but the accountants at Van Manen, Seastra, Meyer, Nickel go beyond the numbers. They are committed to their clients to bring the best advice at competitive prices to ensure that you get the best service to meet your needs. They'll stand behind you in case you would ever need help, unlike most of the do-it-yourself tax services, with year-round advice for any life changes that may happen. And if you're unhappy with your current service, they are accepting new clients with a smooth and seamless transition.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seastra, Meyer, and Nickel.
Being part of a cooperative means being part of something special. We're owned by our members and work for people, not profits. We provide electricity, but also provide more than just electrons for our community. We support our community, give back through business loans, provide college scholarships, and much more. In October, Pella Cooperative Electric is celebrating National Co-op Month along with 40,000 other cooperative businesses nationwide who collectively serve more than 120 million people. Looking out for you, we're Pella Cooperative Electric.
Welcome back here on KNIA-KRLS.com and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Folks, Pella Christian season will go on another week. We don't know where, but we know it will continue as the Eagles, with a dominant 50-8 showing here against the Albia Blue Demons. Play has been called off after one play in the third quarter, as it was Adam Kakmarinsky taking the ball 88 yards to the house, making it a 50-8 score. And from there, the Lightning was persistent enough in the distance, or the camera flashes, but the officials said that they were lightning flashes. So they have ended tonight's contest with Pella Christian really showing that they are a team that you don't want to mess with going into postseason play. If they are firing on all cylinders, that's going to be the big key, though. Will Pella Christian be able to duplicate a performance like tonight? But they're currently, kind of highlighting some of their guys and just kind of, talking about tonight's performance. So we are, as we say, ad-libbing until Coach Kakmarinsky comes up to talk with us. So appreciate those of you hanging out with me right now as we do that. And, looking at this matchup here, want to give a quick shout-out because of some of the situations here. Want to give some shout-outs here. Marion County Bank with the radio broadcast booth. We have a lightning delay in Pella across town, 38-7. The Dutch lead at the end of the third quarter. They're going to keep going. Our game has been, but Pella Christian, they win it 50-8. Knoxville, Williamsburg It was a, let's see, where are we at with that one? It's 48-0 at halftime. Norwalk and Urbandale 13-3 at halftime. Newton they're up 35-0 on Grinnell. That's our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Thank you to Marion County Bank. We didn't get you a fourth time as a result of this game coming to close, but appreciate your guys' partnership. In case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. In a bizarre ending with both coaches agreeing to end the contest at 50-8. The Eagles make the playoffs with a 50-8 win over Albia. That is, in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
Gives us a chance to do one final game reset of the regular season, presented by Center Point Electric. Pella Christian 50, Albia 8. That's your final score. That's a game reset wired by Center Point Electric. Again, the players and coaches, they are making their way through, highlighting everybody. Making sure everyone gets recognized for their performances tonight. A very strong performance. Got to give a quick shout out too to some of the Pella Christian students that are out here helping pick up trash, doing a great job making sure that stadium is just as good, if not better, than they found it here earlier tonight. So kudos to them for doing a good job with that. Again, as I mentioned, we're stalling. We're done much earlier than we had anticipated, but that's okay. We will continue to roll here as we make our way through post-game coverage. Make sure to tune in to KNIA-KRLS.com tomorrow as we'll have the official recap of tonight's contest, and we will try to inform you about some of the games that are, we'll try to inform you of where the postseason games are for our small schools. We'll have 3 of them in there. PCM and Pleasantville will be in as well. Pleasantville defeats Panorama 56-7. Go double check that PCM Centerville game. It's 20-7. Centerville, early second quarter. And they are in a lightning delay as well. You see Coach Kagmarinsky making his way up here. So we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back to wrap up our coverage on the Pella Christian YouTube channel and on KNIA-KRLS right after this.
At Pella Corporation, we're building brighter futures for our customers, team members, and communities. We foster an inclusive culture where unique perspectives are valued and contribute to our success. With opportunities for innovation, collaboration, and growth, Pella is more than a workplace. It's a place to belong and thrive. Join us and let's build brighter futures together, including your own. Because at Pella Corporation, we're building more than just windows and doors.
Bruxford's Home Center in Pella is your appliance headquarters, featuring Electrolux, GE, LG, Frigidaire, Bosch, Speed Queen, Maytag, KitchenAid, and more. There's no need to drive to the big city and the big box stores because we have just as big of a selection. We offer delivery as well as haul away of your old appliances, and we're right here locally for service after the sale. For your next appliance purchase, come see us at Bruxford's Home Center, 405 Truman Road in Pella.
Pella Cinemas proudly presents the inspirational true story, Soul on Fire, rated PG. A tragic accident leaves 9-year-old John with burns over 100% of his body, but he recovers and grows to be a motivational speaker, inspiring millions. Or strap in for the jaw-dropping big screen visuals with Tron Ares. And Channing Tatum delivers the most charismatic performance of his career as a real-life gentleman bandit in Roofman, rated R. For a list of showtimes, visit Pella-Cinemas.com and enjoy a movie at Pella Cinemas.
Nearly 3,000 homes in Pella are enjoying 1 gig of fast, reliable fiber internet from Pella Fiber. Why not you? It's only $75 a month with no contract, no installation fees, no data caps, and no throttling. And if there's ever an issue with your service, Pella Fiber is a local utility with local employees to get it fixed quickly. Make the switch today and join the nearly 3,000 homes in Pella getting a gig for just $75 a month by going to PellaFiber.com.
Welcome back here on the Pella Christian YouTube channel and on KNIAKRLS.com. Here you're listening to Pella Christian Football powered by Bank Iowa. And we're here in the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth with our continuing coverage of Iowa high school football. We're joined now by head coach of the Pella Christian Eagles, Rich Kek-Marinsky, following a 50-8 win over Albia to secure a postseason spot. And this interview powered by Hy-Vee. Coach, let's just start off. 18th consecutive postseason. What does that mean to you, and just that model of consistency that this program has built up over the years?
Well, it feels very gratifying, and honestly, for me, I'm just so happy for our seniors. I'm so proud of our seniors. You know, we've had some dark days this year. We've had some rough waters. We've had injuries. We've had tough 1-point losses, and so I'm just really proud of them. I'm really proud of this team, and it feels so good to be able to finish, the way we thought we could play all year. So I think that was just really gratifying, and yeah, just a great win for PC and for PC football.
I would agree with that. I mean, going back through this game too, one thing I got to highlight is we talked about the defense executing, getting in the backfield. They do that. I mean, really. And we look at the night, at the end of the night, 175 yards for this Albia team, and 85 of those come on one play with kind of a busted coverage and some things like that. You just look at the way that this defense played tonight. It felt like they took that step that you've kind of been waiting for here over the last couple weeks.
No, I agree. We've been I felt like we had some offensive breakout the last couple weeks. And it was really efficient offensively. I thought we continue to stay efficient offensively tonight. But you're right. Defensively, I thought this was kind of our breakout performance. Yeah, we had that one busted coverage that they scored on. But other than that, I thought we kept good leverage. I thought we ran to the ball. I thought we got off, things we talked about pregame. We got off on the ball. We ran to the ball. We tackled well. We kept leverage on their backs and receivers. So, and got some turnovers. Which was nice to have. So just a lot of good things defensively that, we've been working for really, 8, 9, 10 weeks. So good to have them kind of come to fruition.
Absolutely. And let's talk about the offense, because I think the one thing that, I don't think it could be understated here is, people might look at the record, might be deceived by what this football team could do. You go to the postseason, it feels like tonight proved just how dangerous you could be, because, it's not just – we're going to run the ball. We're not going to pass the ball. We can run it or pass it, and we can do it with just about anybody we've got. I mean, we see that with Hudson Ritzert with a big night there, receiving the football. Yep. Riley Vincent, Gilbert Flegel, Caleb Volk, Landon Unikov, and Adam Kek-Marinsky, Brecken Ritzert. The list seems to go on and on.
Yeah, it was great. I thought Brecken just does a great job of distributing the ball. We were efficient last week. Obviously we had those 2 turnovers that really hurt us. We were error-free tonight. Turnover-free tonight, and then obviously we got a couple takeaways on defense, so that would really helped us as far as that's concerned. But no, I thought we were hitting on all cylinders. Probably the key offensively is we just ran the ball very, very nicely. I think we averaged 7.8 yards a rush tonight. Well, that's just good offensive football. And then Brecken was very efficient throwing the football. Our receivers made some big catches, big runs, which was exciting to see. Riley, I was really proud of Riley. Happy for Riley. Happy for Gilbert. Gilbert was a late addition to us this year, so I was glad to get him a score. And, of course, Caleb Volk's been outstanding all year long. And then, to get Hudson Richard in there and kind of see a little glimpse of the future, that's kind of exciting. And it's kind of a Richard to Richard connection, which I think that'll be a great memory for those guys on senior night. So, but it all started up front. I thought their offensive line, man, they looked really solid. I was just commenting to the coaches at halftime. I said, I don't think we've had a busted assignment on the O-line. Of course, we'll look at the film. We'll probably find a couple. But we were just really, really solid on the O-line. And, for you football fans out there, you football aficionados, that's obviously where it all starts.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about those guys this year too, offensive and defensive lines tonight. Some of these matchups you play – PCM and, some of those games kind of in the middle of the season there, you played some really big offensive and defensive lines, and it felt like it really put those units to the test. And it feels like, each week they just constantly gotten better and just consistently worked at improving. And tonight really seeing the benefits of that by controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. So a really solid effort by those guys throughout the season.
Yeah, I'd really like to tip my hat to Nathan Wolf, Coach Wolf, our O-line coach. He's come in. This is his second time back with us, and we're so glad to have him back. He's doing a great job. We're just getting better. Our senior-led, Hunter Vanderlyn at center. What a consistent performer he's been all year long. And, not obviously snapping the football, but just his run blocking, his pass pro. Toby Belzer's been super, super good. Blake Six, since he's gotten back from his health, from his foot, he's been playing really, really well. Louis Meniga has been super solid at left guard and really, really good. So, Maddox Heinen had a good night tonight. Really, the only thing that's hard is that Gage Denner. Gage Denner's been done, hurt his foot, and is done for the year. So, really wish Gage could have been out there. But other than that, and then our tight ends played well too. You got Gavin Olfert's at our Y position. Evan Van Arendonk's been super, super solid at our H. And then we played Garrett Wheeler a little bit at H tonight. He has some really nice blocks. And so we're excited about our O-line and our tight end combinations.
Absolutely. And again, we're talking to Rich Kekmerinsky, head coach of the Pella Christian football team, powered by Hy-Vee, following their 50-8 win over Albia. Got to go into the halftime conversation a little bit, too. We saw you guys coming out and talking through things going into the second half. We now know kind of a little bit of the result of that conversation, but just take us through that conversation with Coach Huber of Albia and just trying to determine how we're going to go into the second half here with the score kind of where it was at.
Well, the White Hat did a great job of, once the game starts, the White Hat is the, kind of on the field authority. Before the game starts, the AD has it, and then after the game's over, the AD has it. But that, as the rule is, once the game starts, the White Hat kind of makes all your decisions. So the White Hat pulled me and Coach Huber together, and we talked it through. We had some options. Do we rain delay, hold up here for however long it takes, finish this game, tonight, or come back tomorrow. The state has some pretty prescribed rules on this. We had to either, if we didn't finish it tonight, we had to finish it tomorrow, or we could decide to call it after first lightning strike. And so, playing tomorrow was not a great option for either one of us. So we both agreed. And again, being that, that a kickoff return for a touchdown to start the second half probably eased the decision making a little bit. But I think it was a good decision. Albia's pretty banged up, and so I feel for him that we obviously went through the injury cycle, injury bug this year. Luckily, other than Gage, we're healthy and we're back, so that's good. So I think it's a good decision. They can get home and now kind of punch our ticket for the playoffs, and we can get busy looking for next week.
And we're going to talk about that, but I want to come back and touch on that because you talked about the special teams. You've continued to see that one kickoff unit put the defense in great field position all night long, backing Albia up, and then we had the big flash afterwards, but the big flash right before with the kickoff return for a touchdown there. Adam, I know you and Landon were talking about it, and it's like Landon, I think, is probably looking at you like, Coach, I tried to get you that kick return, but, Adam goes ahead and adds another one to the tally there. But, the special teams unit, they have flipped a switch here in the second half of the season.
Really
done a great job.
Yeah. And even before that, if you look at our punt return unit, not only did our kickoff return unit get us great field position for our defense, but our punt return unit also got us great field position for our offense. Landon, a lot of times we'd just fair catch it, and we had ball in the plus territory, and he had a couple of really nice returns. That's just those hidden yards that you don't always see it. Oh, we only had 300 yards rushing or whatever. Well, it was because we were in a short field most of the first half. So that was due to our kicking game. So yes, our kickoff coverage improved. Our kickoff return obviously has been excellent all year, and then our punt return has been really good. So we didn't have to punt tonight, so that was nice. So I don't worry about that. But a lot of good things in our kicking game. So we wanted to be able to steam full speed ahead in the playoffs, playing really good at all three phases, and I feel like we are.
I feel like you are too. Now, the unique thing is we know we're in the playoffs, and I know we talked about this every year, but you don't know that opponent until the next morning, which is always a little bit it gives you some time here tonight to, enjoy this win a little bit more. But as a coach, too, how do you guys make sure that you go about celebrating this win correctly tonight, but also making sure that you do it smartly so that come tomorrow when you learn that first, you learn that first round opponent, you are 100% ready to go?
Well, you and I talked in the pregame about, what do I got to do to get these guys ready, not to overlook Albia and all our stuff. And it's like, we've been so battle tested. I just feel like, our team character has been forged in the fire of the adversity that we've gone through this year. So, I don't know, when you go through adversity and you have an opportunity, it just really feels good. So, I guess I'm not worried. I feel like our team will be very appreciative. I think they are appreciative now, and I think that we're in the playoffs. And I think we'll be very appreciative going forward, whoever we play. We know we're going to have to go on the road. But, as much as we've traveled this year, I actually scheduled that trainer game way back in January, saying to both Coach Casey, the trainer, Coach, and myself, I said, let's use it as playoff prep. So, definitely, I think probably to be the case. So, but we're, when you're in the playoffs, it's a win in advance. So every game is a one-off, and right now I feel like we're playing as well as anybody. So we're healthy, and so I'm excited about our opportunity to find out who will play tomorrow. Exactly right, and that's why they play the games. The records are wiped clean, and it says, you mentioned, one and done, or one in 1 week at a time, and we'll see what the Eagles can do. Coach Kekmarinsky, appreciate your time as always. I'm looking forward to finding out who you guys play and making a trip next week to call some more Eagles football. But, again, appreciate the time as always. Thanks, Tyler. Absolutely. That was Rich Kekmarinsky, head coach of the Pella Christian football team. And time to go in closing, presented by Lighton State Bank. Sorry, that was head coach of the Pella Christian football team, Rich Kekmarinsky, powered by Hy-Vee. There we go. Now time to go in closing, presented by Lighton State Bank. As the lightning and thunder and everything else continues to go on around us, we're not. We're enjoying the benefits of an 18th consecutive postseason trip here on Eagle Lane. Pella Christian 50, Albia 8. Thanks for tuning in to Pella Christian High School football here on KNIA-KRLS.com and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Thanks to Frank Vandenbosch and Jacob Harmon for all the work they do, Kenyon Giddings as well, and the entire crew that puts together the Pella Christian YouTube channel. They do a fantastic job. We appreciate all they've done this year. If you see them out and about here over the next couple of weeks, tell them thank you for putting together, in my opinion, the greatest live stream across the state. So, again, thanks for tuning in to this edition of Pella Christian High School Football on KNIA-KRLS.com and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Thanks for tuning in to this exclusive presentation of live Iowa high school football coverage on KNIA-KRLS, KNIA-KRLS.com, and the free KNIA-KRLS app. Make sure to tune in every